Okay. Woo. We got a show for you. Oh boy, do we got a show? Should we go on the slideshow a little bit? It's been a couple of days since we've seen it. That's the old party there. Old party. Oh, look at Bill Maher giving us the finger. And this is just the intro, folks. We're just getting warmed up. Oh, getting warmed up. I gotta get my resonance back, if you know what I mean. And we got all sorts of folks here. Wow. Now, what a show we had. We had taking a look into Club Random and Adam Carolla. Take a look at last night's stream. We went through the episode, and what a treat. What a treat. So thank you for that. We've got a lot in the pipeline. Okay, and trying to figure out if doing this, have one stream be with one video, and maybe do that for a few times to see if that kind of helps with a little bit of continuity. But boy, don't get me bored, because sometimes I get bored real quick, and doing all this kind of stuff is my version of doodling. So I'm doodling and drawing on my assignment in class because I'm bored when I watch these things. So then I just find little funny things about them. I'm sure you guys know what I mean. So we found something like that. Within We Might Be Drunk podcast. There's this Norman nudge that occurs throughout the whole podcast where he sits down and shares a couch with the guest, and throughout the whole podcast, at least for sure the first half, he will do his best to touch the guest. And there's a point system. And I want to introduce you to this point system. We're calling this the Norman nudge. Okay, these are going to be the Norman nudge numbers. Now, when Norman reaches out and grabs an inner thigh, you get 6 points. If it's a leg, it's 5. Back to the neck, okay, a lot harder than you think. You get 4. Okay, so that's a really difficult one, and you're getting 4 points. So a leg is 5, inner thigh is 6. Okay, so that is the top one. That's very difficult to get. Now, you go down the list here. You got back at 3. You got shoulder, touching the shoulder. You got 2 points for that. An arm and hand. Okay, now this is arm. Now, they share an arm rest, basically, the back of the couch. I'll show you all of this. Their arm up on that and their hand. I was going to give a hand a half a point because it's so close. But I'm going to include that with the arm. You get 1 point for hand and arm. And if you miss, if you just attempt it, we're going to give you a half a point. Now, each podcast will range between, a good show would, I would say, in the upper teens. Wouldn't you think? Maybe like 10 being a really physical podcast. Maybe 15 being, one of the tops. Now, you might ask, what do you mean of this Norman nudge? Okay, well, it's something I had seen, and he will go, at all cost to get that nudge. So you have to understand, he works very hard to achieve just a shoulder. Now, if you got long range shoulder like this, we got to give you a few extra points. Okay, because that's not just a shoulder, that's a reach. This is just one moment in a 2-hour podcast, folks. Okay, and this was with Bert Kreischer. Now, I believe Bert Kreischer knew right out of the gate, that this is a thing about him. I think Samarel knows about it, very much so, because he's watching it unfold every single day, all day long, and they too have a point system that they bet on. Okay, these are gamblers. These are high stakes creatives, and they've got a bet between each other at how many he can get. So I think he tries to get 10 or above, and then he owes him something. So we're playing along. So here's a point system. So this is our Norman nudge game. Now, I'm going to give you an example here, and then we'll do a fresh look on a fresh episode. Or I suppose we could continue with this one. But I believe it did kind of die down halfway through. But here's an example of the Norman nudge, and I hope you two at home play along. Get your notepads and tally up. Now, what I'll do is, just so that we can, I'm trying to figure out if this is actually a good view, because you got to, because I actually missed this one. I missed this. I went back and was wanting to witness a Norman nudge, and I realized that I had missed one while we were streaming, as we were trying to look for one. They're that quick. Okay, these are, he knows about them. He's been trying to dodge them the whole time. And it's really quick. So what I'll do is, this is just our point board, and then we'll go in like this to watch them unfold. An open palm. So you have to watch this one. Okay, you got to watch this one, and here we are. This is just 3 minutes into the podcast, and he had already moved out of the way. It's been great. But I just want to show you this one moment, and then and look he has his hand out as bait, but really what he's doing, he is showing off his watch. Okay, he is showing off his watch. He did this in Soder's podcast where he put both of his hands up like this because the whole shot was only getting this side of him and wasn't showing his new rock. So he had to find a way to get his other hand up into the frame to make sure that people saw his new watch. But looks like he got a rollie. So yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you? Now, again, if you notice, Reiner is here. He, I believe, is not there any longer. They removed him. And we had talked about that. So they have since removed that, unless it was a later episode and they just put this in here for this episode, which would be even more crazy. So let's not think that way. But he is doing the Matt McCustard. Matt McCustard loves to extend. Okay, Matt McCustard extends his legs, extends his arms in front of people, and all in a non-confrontational way, very welcoming. But Kreischer here is doing it in a little display way. But why not? Okay, so now watch this. This is just a brief moment, and this will perfectly explain the Norman nudge. And whenever we watch, we might be drunk. We will be playing along, and we have our scoreboard right there. Okay. Yeah. He also okay. So his sleeves are rolled. Okay. So he'll actually do this whole. You'll have to watch this, okay? Because exactly, it's the sleeves are part of the whole mechanism. It's this whole network in order for him to try to get a little bit. Yeah. It's like a sleight of hand. Okay, I think this is at the part, but I'm gonna have to bring it back just a little bit. But here we are. We might be drunk. Mark Norman, the Norman nudge.
With a top, Owen Hart.
We're both
No, hold
slipping
on.
on
It
that.
wasn't Owen Hart.
Wasn't it Owen Hart?
Yeah, no,
Bret
that's
Hart.
the one who died.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah. I was like, hopefully you're Owen Hart.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it out. I said Bret Hart. Sorry. Keep going there.
Okay, so that was 2. Okay, now for sure this one was a swing and a miss. Okay, and it's because Bert Kreischer has already positioned himself a bit further than what guests would do. So he's like, wait a second, that's usually where they're at, where I could get a shoulder tap. So he already put himself further back, but is using his arm as almost a way to counterbalance it or counterattack it, or use as his body as bait. It is sick. I can't believe he would do something like that. No, I think if Bert Kreischer can avoid his taps, I think that's amazing. Because Godfrey couldn't even do it. Godfrey got a thigh, a back of the neck, 2 shoulders, a hand. He kept pegging him, and Godfrey was just like, yeah, stop, like. So this is amazing. Okay, so that's 2 misses right there. Okay, let's take that back. Now it's really quick.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. I was like, hopefully your Owen
Okay,
Hart.
right there.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it out. I said,
So
Bret
that's
Hart.
1.
Sorry. Keep
2.
going there.
Right there.
We're slow to start this. We're sorry,
we had a
Bert.
couple pods earlier.
All right, now he's adjusting his sleeve now. Watch this. So he's just adjusting his sleeve. I swear, man. I swear. Okay? I couldn't even make this up. Now he's adjusting his sleeve because he's like, oh, man. Okay, now watch.
Oh God.
And I want to drink.
That's the death of podcasting.
I know.
And there you have it. A Norman nudge. You can't even avoid it as much as you want to maintain your own energy and not be touched. He will touch you. He will touch you. He will touch you. Mark Norman will reach out and touch someone. Look at that. Man, I love a Norman nudge. And the effort, the extension, the poise, the focus. Unmatched. He completely disassociates just to even get a shoulder. Reach out and touch faith. Oh man. Oh, this is, so what would that be? Okay. Well, we take that to the board. Okay. Now, our point system here shows that is a shoulder. Okay, so that's 2. But look at the extension. Okay, look at the reach, the effort, the no look. You got to add points to that. Okay, so it's much more nuanced than I'm even giving it. So that has to be worth something as well. So we would then add up those numbers, and there we are. That's the Norman nudge.
That's the death.
Oh. Now, we already took a look at this episode, and we can continue. But they do have a new one, or one we haven't seen. And it's Adam Ray. And this was 10 days ago. And we got a Jamie solo, and we also got a Kurt Metzger. With even a little Pizzagate segment pulled out of the last Metzger last stream with Ben Avery, thanks to Lemon Pirate Radio and Ben Lemons. So we got that as well. Now again, we got 2 days, so we've got stuff now, so we can kind of keep letting that grow there. And again, not like we're pulling numbers, but there is trends that are happening. Okay, so Jamie Kennedy is going to be talking about the Epstein things, and everyone is talking about the Epstein stuff, and rightfully so. If you're doing that, but there are also trends that are out there, and a lot of people are obviously talking about that kind of stuff right now, but it does increase your views. And Kurt Metzger is one of those trends. When we watch him, people watch. So I want to make sure that people don't think that he is on our show. If I need to rewrite the title somehow to make sure that people know that he's not on my show, or that I'm not him, okay, in disguise or something. People think Kurt Metzger in disguise watching Kurt Metzger. Now, that was a Bert Kreischer one. So that was an example of the Norman nudge, and I just wanted to show you guys that and show you what the scoreboard is. Now we do have Adam Ray, and this will mean that Adam Ray was on the show before. Let me see here. When was it? Oh, 2 weeks ago. Okay. So he is on after Bert Kreischer. Now I'd like to see then if that Rob Reiner poster is gone or not. It's all right, here we are. Oh, let me switch it back. And we're gonna play a little Norman nudge. Now I don't know if we're gonna do it the whole time, but we'll see how Mark Norman does here.
Fucking rolling.
We're rolling.
You got that pick too, Peters?
We're rolling.
Look at that. Big Reiner, double R.
Oh, fuck.
Tim Dillon. Oh, we're cooking.
Wow, look at that. They actually just mentioned it. Wow. I was literally just talking about that. Okay, so they must have just put it up then.
Yeah.
Louis
Hungover?
Anderson, he just made the wall.
Yeah, what took so long?
Who got bumped? Bert?
Bert.
Bernie Mac, Bob Saget.
Not a lot of diversity.
Oh, yeah, it was Bob Saget on there.
Who do you want to take then?
Well, yeah.
Well, we can go higher.
So are those dead comics? So they just have a wall of dead comics? Is that what that is?
Well, let me see.
Oh, that's out of shot.
Yeah.
What if we move on
Over
to...
here.
Yeah, we'll figure it out
All right,
later.
all right. It's a bunch of dead people.
I'm fucking hurting, dude. I'm like, I
What
got
was last
let
night?
up. Santino in town. We're hanging at the cellar. Not the hottest crowd. We were both a little annoyed. And
Yeah.
I was like, you want to hit a bar? And he was like, yeah. We hit a fucking village haunt.
Woo!
We get smashed.
Nice.
Good times.
Yeah, well, the last night was a rough night. It was the coldest day of the year, so like half my shows got canceled.
It was crazy, and we're just getting lit up, and it's like I tried to get Norman out. I just oh yeah, that's
You
us
just
last
missed me.
night.
I was
We
already
sent you
over the
that
bridge.
because you were on the bridge already. I was like, come
Yeah.
on, come join us. But we were getting hammered. Some girl was on a date, and she was next to us, and she was chatting us like while on the date. Then she was like making out with some Swedish guy.
Whoa.
And then she wouldn't go home with him, so she just like was hanging with us, and we were just like she was bombed.
Wow, how was the sex?
Did you have a threesome?
I'll tell you, after a few
Santino.
drinks, she did look pretty good, but
Hey.
so did Santino. We were that drunk.
You like a redhead.
Man, she was hilarious. She was just telling us stories. She's like, we were like, why didn't you go home with him? She's like, cause I got my Brazilian tomorrow, and we're like, yeah, no guy gives a shit.
No,
I mean, you could be on your period, I'll still go down on you. I don't give a shit.
Exactly, Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was your
yeah.
man.
My wife told me, I wish I had known this. She's like, girls only want to have sex when they feel hot, which is
Right.
so
Well,
weird.
I guess first impressions matter, but I said if you really liked him, you would have gone home with him.
I guess
then,
so.
And then you could tell she didn't really like him. She's like, but he's so nice. And we were like, nice.
That's
and then I was like, let me guess, you banged a fucking jerk off like 2 weeks ago. And she's like, I did. She banged an asshole.
So a lot of comedy riffing. You know, they just gotta like. This is their riff session. Now, again, I don't watch this show. I just noticed this fun little game about it. So I can just skip it to when the guest arrives. I guess they have a nice long intro like we do. I'll shorten those up too. But here we are. So they have a whole kind of intro here. Okay. Wow. I didn't know that. I thought the guest came right away. Okay, so they have a whole kind of intro there, and then they introduce the guest here, and this is Adam Ray. He retired the Oz.
/ drunk.
What's up, dude?
Oh, wow. Okay, well, here we are. Man, this is like, you know, when you're playing Mario Brothers and you're hitting that brick, getting all them coins. He just got almost 8 points right there. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hope you guys okay, so here we go. I got to take it back. All right. Now do I have to slow it down already? I mean, that was oh my god. I think we have to count it by sound. You have to hear it to see it. Folks, okay? You have to hear it to see it on this one. Make sure your headphones are ready and listen to how many times Mark Norman pats Adam Ray on the back. That is hold on. Okay. Back 3 points. All right, so those are 3-pointers. Oh man. Here we go. Maybe I should Maybe I should keep it on this one. Didn't realize it was going to be this quick. Okay, here we go.
.com/drunk.
What's up, dude?
Congrats on that.
1, 2, 3. Okay, was that 3? Was that 3? Oh my God. Quasicolado. How many was it? Sorry, I'm cycling through these because I got lost there for a second. Let me take it back again.
/drunk.
What's up, dude?
Congrats on that Seahawks win.
Oh my God. Okay, so that might have been 4 on the back and then a backhand to the shoulder. I didn't take into account a backhand to the shoulder. So that's 12. And so that's 4 on the back. At 3, that's 12. And then 2 on the shoulder. So that's 14. So right there, we are sitting at 14 points.
Bro, all right, let me get right into it.
Is this coming out? This has to come out this weekend now. Then
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah, fuck. All right. Should we take it
it's
again?
coming out this weekend. Let's just do this then. Yeah, let's talk Seahawks.
Okay, great. Very fire.
Now, that was just within a split second, he got 14 points. Mark did the Norman nudge and got 14 points within 3 seconds. It was 4 to the back and then a backhand to the shoulder. Now, it could have been 3 to the back, but I think he did one last one and then a shoulder real quick. So let's just take it back. Let's count that again. And then let's see what happens here.
What's up, dude?
congrats on that
Yep.
Seahawks win.
Oh my God. So that is 4 on the back and a backhand to the shoulder. Wow. That was amazing. 14 points. So as the Norman nudge.
Oh, all right, let me get right into it.
Is this coming out? This has to come out this weekend now. Then
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah, fuck. All right. Should we take it
it's
again?
coming out this weekend. Let's just do this then. Yeah, let's talk Seahawks.
Okay, great. Very fired up.
Darnold, man.
Darnold, we haven't been to the Super Bowl in 13 years. Let me ask a friend and comedian's perspective on something. So, first theater tour, I'm on it right now.
Hey,
right? You guys have
Mazel.
both been the Who Is Me theater tour, AdamRayComedy.com for tickets, or xvideos or JambaJuice.com if you just want to get excited for something.
Yeah.
But I was doing the More, and Sam texted me and was like, favorite venue.
One of the greats.
It might be my favorate. Yeah,
It was a very sweet text, first of all, and
I just say you posted about it. I was like, oh, I'm like,
because usually you just text me, you think you're better than me, and what's that?
no, you're Seattle kids. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
It's iconic.
It was, and
Yep, you're right, Jen. Look, he looked shocked and all, and he just confirmed it right there. He just said, "You're better than me." Yeah, he kind of has he has that kind of strange energy when you're in a small setting. He's just like, yeah, yeah.
What's that?
No, you're Seattle kids, so
Yeah.
it's like it's iconic.
It was, and Pearl Jam, I think, did some music video there back in the day.
Even Flow. He
Even Flow,
climbs
yes,
the rafters.
Yeah, I mean, if you just put your ear up to the walls, you can hear Eddie Vedder being like, this is where I titty fucked and so, but that's all you hear, and
it trails off.
It trails off. Yeah.
He came.
Yeah. But it was the acoustics. You made a big point to say were like, I mean, 3 levels, but everybody's right up on top of you.
That's my favorite.
And it just, I don't know. You want a theater. We did the Wilbur this past weekend, and then we're like in Maine and Rhode Island and New Haven, jealous, and
best pizza in the country's in New Haven.
Best pizza in New Haven.
Mm-hmm.
But even like this
Guns
theater in
waving.
Rhode Island was like,
Okay, so he's popping right now, huh? Nice. So Ed Ray popping, he's doing his own stuff. Is he still doing impressions, impersonations? Or just kind of doing his own stand-up now? Doing some nice venues, theaters. Is he at like a 3,000 theater kind of range? Is he still at 1,200?
a 100 years old, and I just like a fucking old historic venue. Like, I don't know, it's cool to
same.
feel like, that it's not some, obviously brand new venues rule, but like the Beacon, for example, just feels like every show has, from Seinfeld to Bet to fucking Two Girls One Cup, everything's been through there.
And then you always get the grip guy, like, Chaplin played.
Oh,
it.
yes.
You're like, whoa.
There's
Bro,
one
the
show there.
sound and the lights guys are like, I've seen everything from fucking, Vertical Horizon to
Yes,
fucking Willie
yes.
Nelson, man, and they both love to fucking party,
Yeah.
Houdini levitated off the stage tonight. You did queef jokes. That was good stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much the same show. But what was I gonna say? Oh, so I'm doing town hall this weekend, first time, and
Town hall's epic.
Great
that's
room.
awesome. And
That's another where they're on top of you.
So that's
Okay,
that's
great.
2.
And all these are pretty close to being clean.
So he's at
hell
16.
yeah.
Troy is the they've all been. There's maybe been 2 so far that have been like Wilbur Late Show was maybe 1,000 out of 1,100 we
All
got.
right, all
so
right.
100, you give or take.
Yeah.
But this Troy Savings Hall, Troy
All
Banks,
right.
Albany's, the
Yep.
yeah, that I was going to cancel because the NFC Championship game is Sunday now, and I've got to know the GM, the really well. John Schneider was like I have a list of people now that I hit up when I go home, where it's like my 2 best friends from elementary school, my mom obviously, and now John Schneider, the Seahawks GM.
Wow.
He had me roast the Seahawks last year, so I got to know Mike McDonald, the coach, really well.
Wow.
I got him to do this video when I went on McAfee to like come in. It was and
Yeah.
I did a first pitch for the Mariners and like
Wow.
pretended to come up short with my pitch, and then I called to the pen and Mike came out to throw his first pitch.
Yeah, who are they looking at? I'm looking at this list here, and I wonder if I should just put the amount of times that he has tapped someone's shoulder or whatever, instead of doing a point system. I don't know. And that way I can run a tally at how many times he's done it. Maybe I can actually add the number in the front of it. So he had 2 shoulders. Oh boy. Let's see how I'm going to do this. And 4 backs. I should probably at some point maybe flip it, but we'll do this for now. That way I don't get kind of mixed up. Okay. There we are. So he's nudging. Okay, he's got the numbers up already. Okay, I thought this was gonna take I thought 15 would be the whole episode. He did that in the first minute. So maybe 50 points is actually closer. Let's hope not for Adam's sake.
And so everybody was like, please welcome the Seahawks coach, Mike McDonald. He's a cool ass guy. He's like, yeah, you're my tie to the comedy world. And doing all these goofy bits is like, because he's kind of a pretty even keeled, nerdy, plays Catan. Is that the game? It's like a strategy game.
Chris
Catan. Yeah, you play you get
a lot
pills.
of drugs in that
Yeah,
game.
you get a lot of pills from him. And so, no, shout out. We love you, Chris. And, but
Yeah, man, go.
But so I have all these ties now to and known Sammy since he got drafted. Catan, yeah. So I was like, I got to go back to the game because I could sit in their suites and go to the field and like party with them after when they win. But I got this I think it was a sign from God, man. I get this Facebook message. I try to check all my shit in doses, and I get this message. Obviously we all know how impactful comedy is now, and sometimes you see it more some days than others as far as a message or a meet and greet. Somebody's like, my wife just had her fucking 18th abortion and this is her first time out in 2 years.
Messages.
And it really it means a lot. And it's like, man,
Sounds like she's been going out a lot.
Yeah.
And so it got his message, and it was just this guy fucking tugging on my heartstrings, and I was like, I can't fucking so my whole thing was I was gonna cancel.
Tugging at the heartstrings. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. Never tug another man's heartstrings. That's crazy. Yeah, there'd be no tugging going on. Okay.
After we won on Saturday against the Niners, we had the game on the big screen during the meet and greet on stage. And so I'm just fucking taking shots with people and going nuts. And I'm like, we won 41-6. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh,
It's a good
congrats.
team.
Yeah.
It's a fucking.
Okay, so these are sports guys. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sports bar, the TV playing in the background, and people going, yeah, and then they're like, oh, yeah. That's kind of their setting to resonate.
Playoffs.
Totally. And so now we're playing the Rams, obviously, but everybody around me.
The people I think of are you and Soder. Because it's
for Niners
49ers.
Soder.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck. I'm like, one of my friends is going to be really fucking sad.
Yeah, I know, dude. That's sports, though. But so I'm like, I'm definitely canceling Albany because I'm like, it's fucking Albany. I'm canceling. How many times you get to go to the game and have this many connects?
So he's, high on the hog right now. living La Vida Loca. And he's having to do a couple adjustments. You know, like when you're out partying and all that, you're going to be carrying all that. So, you just kind of...
Because I'm like, it's fucking Albany. I'm canceling. How many times you get to go to the game and have this many connects? And then this kid's message, dude, like, I literally was like, it's a sign from God. I can't fucking cancel.
Are you with the egg?
It's Troy's Savings
Savings Bank.
Savings Bank.
It's bigger than the egg.
Oh, nice. The egg is cool.
Egg's awesome.
Really?
But it's like
so
1,000
I'm playing the run.
seats.
But
I think
also,
this is like
and so then I'm going to
13.
drive back from Albany the next day to fly out.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. But so I guess what I'm asking is like, obviously canceling.
lot of partying, a lot of travel. Ooh, you gotta take care of yourself. Yeah, go and get the old Kreischer. He's talking about getting blood clots from traveling.
Of is like shitty. Like
Yeah.
I don't care how you
Yeah.
slice it.
Well, you're talking about it on a podcast. You'd have to just be like, something happened.
No, I was
Right.
fully going to be like, I'm going to the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Dad, I was gonna, but I just was like, that's such a we get to do so much cool shit. This is so many shows, which again, you just don't think about it. And I guess I'm trying to shed a light on
I
it.
did this during the Knicks playoffs because it's like, it's so rare that we're in the mix.
Yeah.
And I'd use an alias as the seller, and Esther would be like, why do you always use an alias? And I'd be like, because you get mad when I cancel and I use my name and the
wow.
fucking Knicks. She's like, oh, I get it. She was like,
Wow,
she totally
that's
got
nice.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so cool. Did you ever think you'd be doing a theater tour and then you go, hey, let me cancel
Okay,
that theater.
theater.
I want to go to a game.
Because I could go sit in the owner's suite or whatever.
I mean,
yeah.
what a life you're living.
It's totally, yeah. And so
Yeah? They're at stadiums and like, this is amazing. You're on top of the world. We're at a stadium. We're on top of the world. Okay.
but then that's why you just got to go. But if we go to the Super Bowl then, and this is what my sweet wife was breaking down, she's like, fucking, you can't bail. She's like, if you win, it's like, we'll go to the, I got some options there. And then also it's like, yeah, you fly, I'd have to take a 7 a.m. flight back
Would you go to the
Sunday.
Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah.
and you
That's in
obviously
San
don't have,
Francisco.
and you don't have a gig on the Super Bowl. No one.
I'm at the mothership the Friday and Saturday, but I purposely canceled Sunday.
Yeah.
To also just watch the game because I was like, I don't want to be
Yeah.
on stage during the Super Bowl. Like,
Yeah.
But I was just planning on watching it. You also don't know how good your team is going to be. So these gigs were booked, in 10 years ago. So
That's
So he's kind of hitting that mid-level market, and this is what podcasters go through when they got to do one a week to make their AdSense quota, and they're just like, oh man. Yeah, I don't want to work on the Super Bowl. No, I agree. You guys need to have days off, but they are traveling and partying, doing sets. Sitting in stadiums. Why? Well, you want to experience all that. Yeah. And Mark wants to get a little bit of that too. A little bit of that energy.
So cool. You got the local sports team from your
It's
city.
honestly the cool. I mean, I don't know how you guys
That's
are with
incredible.
like athletes or musicians. I think we're probably.
He's all over the athletes.
Yeah, bro. I know. Sam's
Heated
like, I got
rivalry, great show.
Wait, who?
No,
Heated
rivalry. I was
So-
hockey team.
Hilarious. Yeah.
So is he caffeinated? Is his leg shaking there?
Wait, who?
No,
Heated
rivalry. I was
hockey team.
Hilarious. Yeah.
no, yeah, I'm.
I remember the first time we met at the Comedy Store hallway, right in the original room, and we
He's
just started
getting ready
geeking out.
to
You're
do
like,
it.
Yeah, I've got a signed to Murray Stoudemire headband. You know?
Do I really? Wait, that sounds like something I would say. That laugh.
Yeah. No, you did. But we were
Look at that
geeking
leg.
out NBA wise, and I was like, dude,
That's how I've met a lot of comics is just talking hoops.
totally.
Okay. If the leg is moving because the mind is seeing it, seeing the body elsewhere. So the leg then starts to try to get the body to where the mind is projecting itself to be. And it's not getting up. So that's when you see these little things. So here he is, and he's just like, he's got to get that out of his hand so he can, because now he knows he can at least get the back of a shoulder. And look at that. He's looking at the monitor in front of him, and he's like, okay, cool. Now I know that I can get back there. So he'll put his drink down, put his arm back up, knowing that you can get there, and then probably even go even further back. So let's see. I haven't seen this yet.
And you were like, you're from Seattle, right? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, Sean Kim, Gary Payton. And I was like, dude. And then I go, dude, John Starks, Ron Harper. And you go, this guy knows his business.
Derek Harper.
Oh, fuck, what'd I say?
Ron
Make him
Harper.
Stallone.
Ron Harper. All right.
It's full
I still play
Frank
D.
Stallone.
I still play D like Ron Harper. I hand check. I'm dirty as fuck.
Ron
dude.
Harper was, dude. Yeah, he just pretty much was trying to just get a
Yeah,
little
you guys,
feel.
you have good teeth. The Pelicans call me. I don't answer. They go, you want to come in the box?
Well,
I go,
you've adopted the Knicks.
yeah. The Knicks are all the
But
way.
yeah, I don't get starstruck often, but I was the first time I met Jalen Brunson, I was a bit of a bitch.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, dude.
I was a little bit like, oh fuck. I was like, thank you so much for coming here. And Liz from the Cellars with me, and she was like, oh fuck. She had to like jump in and be like, no, he's like a really funny comedian. He was like, oh okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
he was
I
nice.
the pod.
Yeah, I did. I was very bad on their podcast.
The
they were on a 3-game losing
thought-
streak. They
you
were
thought
not
they
in
were,
the mood to pod.
talking
And I'm just telling
Norman
like
Hudgens.
bomb stories, and they're not going. They're like, so you're just not good. I'm like, no, it's
nice.
like it's funny. It went badly. The gig. They're like,
yeah.
so you just bomb all the. I'm like, no, it's self-deprecating.
Funny
It's
story.
Wait, it is tough.
Look at his
It's-
legs.
What do you think guys get more nervous?
self-deprecating.
Funny
It's-
story.
Wait, it is tough. It's what do you think guys get more nervous about? Like making
That's a cool shot, actually. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Like
Like a
Stefano's friend Tommy the cop.
That's
That's
a
about to
great
break
shot.
his fucking hand.
He's really getting on that
Don't
court.
high five that guy. He benches like 400
Oh,
pounds.
damn.
like a pickup line to a girl, like or an icebreaker to an athlete for a guy. What's more nerve wracking? You know, because
Oh,
you're like
definitely.
you're like I went up to a girl and I told her if she needed help in the bathroom, I'd help her wipe. And I thought that'd be funny, you know. But then I went up to fucking Carl Anthony Towns and I told him like how's the weather up there, and he fucking just looked, like but you're or like I have your trading card. Like what's your opener to these guys when you meet them?
Dude, I mean,
He's gonna go for a
I
leg.
didn't have one. I sucked. I mean,
He's gonna go
it
for a
was
leg.
bad.
And you end up just panicking. You're like, dude, how basketball fucking rules, right?
Well, I blew it with that guy in the lounge. What was that guy? That famous legendary basketball player? And I was like, hey, I'm Mark.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
You remember that? We were standing at the bar waiting to get a drink, and some guy walked up, and I made a joke, and you were like, and I was like, hey, what's up?
Marbury.
Whoa, cool.
I didn't know who it was.
He's always there.
Well, Mark's like, Mark goes, Mark, and he goes, Stefan. I just shook my head. I'm
You
like,
go, Urkel?
we're at the Garden.
Oh yeah, of course. There's if you
bad.
can find
It
this
was pretty
picture,
funny.
I got to sit courtside at the Knicks game.
I thought it was Seal.
Holy shit,
Oh.
dude. We'll be right back. He does. He got kissed by something. Yeah,
Norman nudged over a little
courtside
bit.
thing I got to do once, and I think the picture is
He's gonna
online.
he's gonna go
And
for
I
the back
went,
of the-
and I was wearing a Sonics jersey because they were playing,
Back
I think,
of the neck.
OKC.
Oh,
so
you're
my
not
buddy and I,
supposed
to- He's gonna get intimate.
we sat down there to kind of taunt OKC.
This is like the Elaine Seinfeld episode where she wears the Orioles hat.
Totally. And I think if it was me here, actually no, it was. So I go into the little private area, and there was, you know how they give out bracelets like in the bucket sometimes in that little courtside.
yeah.
So they give me John McEnroe was there,
But look
and I
at-
grabbed
the leg is just
bracelet.
there.
And he was right there, and I go, hey John, they told me that you wanted
Look
to
at-
be bracelet buddies, and he goes, who told you that? I go, no, but I just wanted to talk to you, and he goes, John, Adam, you're great on curb, and he goes, oh thanks, and we just bullshitted for a minute.
Oh, that's
You
good.
might
Go
get an
down,
inner
Spike
thigh
Lee's
tonight.
there. Rami Malek was there, and he was
Whoa.
about Bohemian Rhapsody had just come out,
Whoa.
so he's like,
Whoa.
and so there's a picture. If you type in Adam
He
Ray,
does that
Spike Lee,
anytime
Rami
that you
Malek,
look at him.
maybe courtside,
'Cause it's
some guy
too
got a picture of
close.
him, my Asian friend Dale Tan, who we call Bruce Lee, and then Rami and Spike Lee, and it looks there it is to your far left. It
What a
look
crew.
at this. So this is.
This is a Mad Libs.
Like, so it looks like we're all best friends. By the way, we didn't talk the whole game. Like,
Are you wearing a KD Sonics jersey?
Yeah, dude.
I love
good
it.
catch.
And so Rami is, I mean, by the way, God bless him, but like the most like I was like, hey, I'm doing. He's like, so what do you do? And I go, oh, I'm a comedian. He goes, oh, you do shows and stuff. This is, by the way, a very heightened version of how he actually
Sure.
was. He was pretty chill, but he was a little, uncomfy. Maybe it was courtside or everyone was looking at him, and I go, I'm actually at Gotham this weekend if you want to come. And he was like, can I bring my girlfriend? And I was like, dude, you can bring your girlfriend's girlfriend. You can hide your kids, hide your wives, bring whoever you want.
Yeah.
And that's a fun picture.
Holy
and,
moly. Who's the fat bitch?
That's Kendall Gill, dude.
No, who's the lady?
It's him.
Oh, God. I thought that was Hannah Gadsby.
Welcome back to Hide Your Boner.
Holy moly.
That handhold is
What is
crazy.
that handhold?
That is me when I was playing Sharon from Poughkeepsie in the Lifetime original movie Suck My Cunt.
I thought that was Rosie O'Donnell.
Pretty close.
Oh, my. What is that handhold, though? I mean, that's so elegant and dainty.
And the
Bro, I was
boobs.
with my mom, by the boobs, yeah.
You got to dance with you on Downton Abbey?
Yeah. Shout out to my mom.
Jesus.
She takes me down there. We're sitting up in the 300s,
Oh.
but she goes, "Let's go down and you can go down and get close to watch them warm up." And I go, "Mr. Gill, and I was like, "Mr. Gill."
You were a young black child.
Squeeze them together, and he was like, "Who's the hook?" And he's like, "Who's the hot milf?" And,
Wow.
and I mean, even my haircut, dude. Like, and my
mean,
lips are all shiny and
It's
big, and
full Delta Burke.
yeah.
This is crazy.
And so, by that pullover, by the way, like, dude, what am I doing? And so, I think I have 9 shirts. When you're that fat, you're wearing so
Yeah.
many shirts just so your tits don't ooze out.
I mean, you're really layered.
But
and
I don't know if
chunky.
I put my hand out like that.
I mean, I think I kind of like Adam Ray more because of that. He kind of makes a lot more sense.
Or he went like this,
You
and then I
definitely put-
slid
if
my
he-
hand in there.
I think
Like, was he doing that? And I was like, you got it,
Did
If
he
he
say-
reached in, he better be on some lists because no, he was a hell of a player.
I posted this picture. Sadly, it's gotten more engagement on my IG than anything
Of
I've
course.
ever done.
It's amazing.
But I tagged him in it once, and he commented below, "Oh
Wait.
shit!"
We won't do the whole
Did he
episode.
say, may I have this dance?
yeah,
He grabbed your hand?
yeah. He took me to
those
the prom that night.
warm-ups were fucking tight.
They were, yeah. But so that the courtside thing, we hadn't really talked a lot. So I invited him to the show. I got his email. We corresponded.
Kendall Gill?
No, Rami Malek.
Oh.
By the way, how many people are confusing Kendall Gill and Rami Malek right now? But so and Spike, something had happened. And Dale, my buddy Dale to the right is like, bro, if he was in here right now, he'd just be laughing hysterically. He's like the best friend,
He's laughing right
non-comic.
there.
Yes, man. You know, like everything. You
Sure.
can see material, dude. He just thinks you're the funniest person ever.
I love it.
And I've known him forever. And so
You must love your act.
yeah. And so I did a Dikembe finger wave, and then I said something. I can't remember what I said, but in a Dikembe voice. And like Spike,
He doesn't want you to look at him.
And then Rami was just like didn't know what to do. But like the guy got a shot of like our one exchange. So I posted it being like, "We're all best friends. We're going to Cabo next year." You know, like
That's great. What a great
great
snap.
Oh.
shot, right?
And I like you
Okay.
represent with the hat. Sam's got
Okay, so that was a miss. I give that a miss right there. But he went for a head right there.
his retard jersey on.
Is that
You
what
might
it
go
actually
again.
is?
So usually there's a reach to get a read, okay? So he just went there to try to get a read. So that's a miss. So he gets half a point. Let's take it back. And let's take a look.
Like, we're all best friends. We're going to Cabo next year. You know, like.
That's great. What a
Right, right there. Okay. So I would call that a miss. Let's take a look.
Change. So
Yeah.
I posted it being like, we're all best friends. We're going to Cabo next year. You know, like.
That's great. What a great.
Okay. Sorry about the audio. That as you can see, that is clearly a miss. Now let's see if I can get it again here. That might be a little too slow.
Going to Cabo next year. You know, like.
That's great.
All right. Now here he is. He's trying to see if he can get a nudge from his nest. Okay, he's been nesting for a number of minutes here. 9 minutes has Norman been nesting. And he wants to see if he can just get it from his nest. And here we are.
Great. What a great.
Oh, I just missed it. One more time.
We're going to Cabo next year. You know, like.
That's great.
And there it is. Okay. That is a miss. So we'll go ahead and add 1 point or half a point. Point 5. And we got 1 miss. Again, I'll redo this in a way that makes a bit more sense, but there you are. 16.5. 16.5 Norman nudge numbers. Those are points. And looks like within maybe 10 minutes. 13 minutes. 10 minutes. So, okay. He's at a 16.5 per 10-minute ratio. Well, there you have it. That is We Might Be Drunk podcast with Mark Norman and Sam Morrell with Adam Ray. And this was our Norman Nudge game. Now we're going to go back to old Jimmy Kennedy. Jimmy Kennedy was really affected by the Charlie Kirk assassination. It really affected him. And everything that has come out on with the Epstein files and all this ritual stuff that has been happening is what most people are talking about right now. A couple of weeks ago, it was the riots in Minneapolis, and a couple of weeks before then, it was fraud in Minneapolis, and a couple of weeks before then, it was, Charlie Kirk in Israel, and just before that was actually another shooting in a school, and a couple school shootings, and so a lot of crazy stuff. And Jimmy Kennedy is, it weighs on him. But the Epstein file stuff is a bit of a trend right now. Just like old Kurt Metzger. Okay, I click on this and we watch a little bit of it, and all of a sudden my numbers go up. It's amazing. And it's because a lot of people are searching that name. Now, how is it that something like American Redacted can have 326,000 views, and when I cover it and we go over it, it's only a couple hundred views? Well, it's because no one's searching for that. And I was also really tired during those times. I got to animate the soul. But no one's really searching for that. People are searching in search, in Google search. They are searching Kurt Metzger. They are searching the Epstein file stuff. So now everyone will start talking about the Epstein file stuff. So all the compilation stuff and all that, it's just a news cycle right now, which is fine. But you kind of have to know that going in, especially in some of these people's solos. They could just be getting some trend numbers. But why not? Okay. I like to keep things kind of current myself. Okay? I don't really go back and watch things that are too old or anything, unless it pertains to what we're doing or just a chill sesh. But I like to keep up on the current comedian podcasts and conspiracy theories. And probably to stay in that current. But here we are. Okay. Yeah. Yep. So Wizard said that he found me through Metzger. Yep. And I believe Jan as well. Yep. And yeah, I think it's great. I if I could, I would always watch his stuff especially with the when he brings on people onto his show. And I think it's great. I also again realize that there's a lot of numbers that are coming in, and I just want to make sure that those searches are going to the source and not accidentally going in my direction. But I will stay current with whatever he drops on us. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, appreciate it. Yes. So, and the Metzger thing is my conspiracy funnel, and outside of that, I don't know much of his stand-up material or anything like that. But I like to use him through this conspiracy portal. Look at that little portal. Being my narration is being influenced by their thumbnail. But yes, well, I appreciate that. Well, okay. I'm only reacting to this stuff. Okay, so it's not like you're watching me. Okay, you might say you would rather watch me. Okay, now, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks. But again, if I was just full screen, just talking, it's just gonna be like this stuff. So I'm only reacting to stuff. So without these people, I am nothing. And I just like to look at it through a fun little lens, and find the humor and laugh and have fun. Okay, yeah, exactly, yeah. This is this is more like a kind of this is more like mainstream comedy coverage. Yep. And but here we are. So with Jamie Kennedy, now again, and I wouldn't be watching this stuff either. Okay. This is there is humor within this. It's not hate watch, and it's we're just finding the little oddities, these little occasions that happen throughout all these little shows, not little shows, throughout these shows. And so it really doesn't, almost the more polished a show is, the worse it is to watch. But yeah, I totally get you though. I mean, there are way better things to watch. Way better things to watch. But let's see if Jamie Kennedy has, it's been several episodes of us talking about him smashing his face, and we got slideshows to boot. Okay, there's closing his eyes. We got a few in there. Look at oh my god. All right. So a lot of stuff there. Now it looks like when we took a look at this yesterday, it looked like he went the whole first couple minutes without smashing his face. So let's see if there's been a change. And we won't go through the whole thing. We're just getting kind of updated on old Jamie Kennedy and his face smashing.
And I feel like this is a moment. This could be a serious moment of breaking points. And
USA. Breaking Points USA. And there we go. Okay. So, here we are. Oh, Jamie Kennedy. All right. Now, this is movie magic. Okay. This is what I was saying. He will always smash his face. This is one of his solos. Okay, he does interviews and he does solos. And during his solos, he'll have the microphone basically covering a good fifth of his body, and will then eventually start smashing his face, and with his hands he's also covering his face. So he is becoming podcast. Like, this is an alien right now.
I have to.
Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Usually there's a whole eye massage that happens. He's seen fluorescent lights after smashing his eyes like that. He forgot to open up his other eye, but so that is when I say that Jamie Kennedy is smashing. That is, and thank you, Jan, for she pointed out a smash in a couple of streams ago, because I can miss them. So anytime there's a smash, just you gotta type it in the old chat. So that's a smash.
Talk about it. I have to address it. I talk about this stuff because I have a conscience, and I started this pod just to help grow my stand-up comedy gigs. That's all I wanted.
I started this to make fun of you.
Shows that liked me and understood my point of view, and it's obviously morphed into many things. I still want that, but I don't even know what comedy is anymore. I don't know what.
They couldn't see comedy if it was right next to your face. And how could you with your eyes being closed all the time, brother? Abre os ojos. Thank you, Bad Bunny, for making me international. I feel so aligned. never want to try to put yourself into other people's shows. It's no, that's the best thing. I'm always trying to find a way to put myself in other people's shows, and transforming the content. All right, here we go. So that was a smash. He's closing his eyes. This is heavy material, though. This is heavy material. He is talking about the Epstein files. A lot of crazy stuff happening, and I ain't covering it. A lot of people are. Let them. But there's a lot out there, and no, we can cover it. We can talk about it. But it looks like no matter what, everyone is going to have to. But people are just, they're just kind of going into it, and yeah, it needs to be investigated. Everything but there doesn't need to be, where we need to see and know everything. I think that's kind of what had happened with the Charlie Kirk assassination. It was just, even Kurt Metzger mentioned that he's like, I didn't have a choice. I had to watch it, and that's pretty wild. And now we're watching assassinations happen on the streets in these riots. It's on film. Boom. And they're just, here we are. We're gonna be aware of that, but not focus on it too much. And we're gonna relax the body and put the mind at rest, the brain at rest, so that the mind can awaken.
Acting is, I don't know what Hollywood is. I don't know what this world is. I think I started, hearing about this stuff or diving into it or hearing like weird stuff 2018, maybe 2017.
Yes, and you're welcome. And
then as the pandemic came,
I've been called worse.
it really
I've
started
been called
up.
investigative journalist. I'll take it.
We all had time. We all sat at home. There's been real warriors in the movement.
Oh, we got movements.
Stuff is.
But it's the hands that I'm only seeing. Okay, so that's your movement. So you're talking about movements as you're moving.
And it's so evil, but it's so now people.
All right, so we got another strangler. So Soder was a bit of a strangler, and I just want to, okay. And Bill Maher on Tequila is, I just, he's like, he'll get up and like point sharply at the guest, and he doesn't drink. He might. I mean, he doesn't look like a smoker, but so what you so hopped up for? Okay, so he's not even on anything, and he is, basically, kind of
talking about
going
entire internet shitting on you and your colleagues shitting on you. It was so humiliating once it was public that I was like, all right, I'm going to kill someone or myself.
it kind of seemed like that.
And it's like, well, it's just hearsay, or that can't be true. It's just hearsay. Well, now there's concrete evidence of this stuff.
I saw, what was the title? Was it from Jimmy Dore saying something like, QAnon was right? And I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about QAnon. And yeah, they did say all of this stuff. I remember when QAnon was popping, I so badly wanted to believe that that there was these drops being made. It seemed a lot like, that Chappelle thing. Like Dave Chappelle has this website that has this story about him kind of written out. And the same thing with maybe even Nick Reiner, who people believe had an alias on the internet, and he was on the forums talking about his messed up life. Yep. And so QAnon was right about stuff. And that I don't know too much about QAnon, but that seems just like saying Alex Jones was right about stuff. These things that media deems ridiculous and then almost like you can't talk about it, ends up being some of the stuff that is true. And with how they hit Alex Jones with those lawsuits, makes me wonder, something happened. That maybe Alex Jones was right about something with that. But he is going through this, like, it's tough. It's tough to hear all that stuff. But
because we heard about this stuff a long time ago in the
I just said that.
emails. We heard this stuff with P-Gate. I don't even know what I can
that
say
happens so
here.
much.
I'm thinking
on the
about
show.
it. I'm thinking about when I really first started hearing about this stuff, and it was with P-Gate and those emails. And they talk about the 40,000 hot dogs. And they talk about, what was going on in the Instagram and P-Gate and the pizza place and all this stuff. And then we all started looking into it about, the code, the FBA code, and what are the words and the symbols and all this stuff. And that was before AI. So all of that stuff was before AI. And now, and they say all their emails were their emails, right? Now we have AI with this new drop. So we're using AI to prove that the drop, there's not AI in it. So that's the whole thing, right? Like more and more people are believing this stuff, but now there's still people going, well, it could be AI and all this stuff. And I want to say that I was reading this stuff and became aware of this stuff. I want to say around 2017. I started reading about this stuff.
So he's kind of I consider foreground my territory. So I feel like whenever someone kind of encroaches on the foreground, you're actually encroaching on the viewer's space. And he does that a lot in these solo episodes where he's just always like this. And especially when you're full screen, that can really, could give you a epileptic seizure. And hostage camera angle, yeah. Yeah, he looks, yeah.
And it was on YouTube because different people were talking about it, and I'd see it pop up on Twitter and stuff. And you start hearing about it, and Ted Gunderson, look him up. SRA, Bohemian Grove. Alex Jones really started a lot of this he really unearthed it all and exposed this. There's 3 creators on YouTube.
He's editing out the face
really
mashes.
Did amazing reporting. They were on YouTube a lot, and then they got pulled, and I was like, why is this stuff getting pulled? And then you realize, well, they were being demonized, right? And so then where was it? Then I went to Rumble, and you couldn't really find it on Rumble, or Rumble wasn't really a thing yet.
Who is he talking about?
You had to go to like BitChute. And that's where you'd have to see this stuff.
Oh, okay.
I was never a 4chan guy or an 8chan guy. I mean, some of it, I guess, was on Reddit, but I think it was pulled from there too. So you would watch all this stuff, and it would be it's just completely captivating. And you're like, what? And so you start
captivating,
putting this stuff together, and
I suppose, but I haven't. It has not been captivating. This has captivated my attention. Doing stuff that gives me energy, but not when you're just taking it all like that. That's low energy. But you gotta know what's out there, though. I mean, at some point, but interesting times we're in.
If you piece it together with common sense, you're like,
oh, there we go.
I could.
So we got a couple of smashes.
Stuff together, and if you piece it together with common sense, you're like,
okay. So his hands are all over his face. He's never had a mother tell him, hey, don't put your hands in your face. You're going to get your face dirty. Yeah, you're going to make your face break out. Yeah, he's got eye smash and trying to do a peace sign. Eye scissor, yeah. Wait, what is happening? Now, I think what it is a lot of it has to do with exhaustion. I think if he was more physically active, drinking more fluids, you'll have some good old natural energy and not have to face smash throughout the whole thing. He's like trying to hold his head up. Yeah, he's doing the like the reptilian eye thing where he's like he regrets it. Oh my God. We have got to talk about the Corey Feldman interview. So Jan says he regrets interviewing Corey Feldman. That is the look of, oh my God, I can't believe I interviewed Corey Feldman. Oh my God. Oh, I wish we could watch that. I wish we could. He took it down. He took that episode down. I do know that Jim and them, I think, had a version. Oh, oh no. Yeah, I think Jim and them, I believe, is the name of a podcast that covers Corey Feldman, and they might have some kind of version of it, but it was, to be expected. As far as the interview itself, but he got a lot of heat. He got a lot of heat for taking down Corey Feldman interview. Most of which came from me. I said, why would you take down the Corey Feldman episode? Oh man. So good. Yeah.
I could see how this does this and this does this, and then, the first thing is just symbols. The first thing is
like what you just had on your eye?
What are we talking about?
Wait a second. Wizard might be right. He is going reptilian. You guys see that? Hold on. There's this. And he's so mad right now. He is so mad. Hold on, I bet I can do a Norman nudge right to that tongue. Let's see if I can. No, here we are. He is mad. Now, when you're licking your lips, watch out. Okay, if you ever see a man lick his chops, I would suggest walking the other direction. You don't want to be licking your chops. Oh my God. Oh man. Yes. Yeah. Wizard saying he's thinking of pizza. And yeah, grape soda and drinking. Oh my God. So wild. So wild. Okay, here. Well, not wild. So sick and insane. I'm just trying to avoid it right now. I really can't even wrap my mind. I have to fantasize it in order to make sense of it. Oh God, no, you're fine. To be able to, really, like, wait a second, that all that shit was true? Oh wait, hey. So, Viva la Revolution is what is going through old Jimmy Kennedy's mind. I can hear it. I'm this close to him. I can Norman nudge that tongue in a heartbeat. All right, here we are. The reptilian. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is so sick. Holy shit. Never disappoints. Never disappoints. He's got a sword too? Oh man. I think he's checking out his new this is what Tom Segura was doing on Bad Friends. He was kind of getting a sense of his mustache and like feeling the curve, as what what's his name? Marshawn Lynch would say bulbular, bulbular, the mustache. So he's now feeling the trim and how it's trimmed, doing a trim check, but looking like a sick reptilian. If I've ever seen one, that was insane. Oh man. Okay. So he is mad. So he's going full serpent right now. Now this, when you get someone activated, they go into their reptilian brain, their reptilian mind. It is pure survival of the fittest kind of thing. It is, self-preservation is just this thick, or this very thin, veil that cloaks every decision, because you don't think about life or death at that moment. You are only thinking about one thing, and that is getting that, surviving is that. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh man. Yuck, dude. Oh my God. So, wow. What you doing? You should pop it. Oh my God. Well, that's what you get for licking your microphone cover. Wow. Ugh. Oh man. I should have stayed with covering the news. I thought I would get away from seeing trauma. Okay, I don't like seeing trauma. And seeing, people getting in like that. Now, mentally trauma, but when they're, so I stay away from the news. But man, look at that. That's gross. Oh man, that Wizard thinks he might have picked it up from Thailand. Oh my god. How did you catch that so fast too? Wizard saw it in real time almost. Or was it the first song? It might have been, you might have seen it in real time. I look at that. Ew. Oh. Oh my god, that's so gross. Oh. Hey, Roseanne Barr said, if they stick their tongue out like that, that means they're reptilian. Seriously, what is... Oh my god. Oh.
What are we? What?
Oh my god. Okay.
What?
So you really should get that. You really should get that checked out. Yes. Oh my god. How did we even? How did you even see that? I didn't even see that. Did not even see that. Wow. They're gonna never let me. I'm never gonna say it so that they can't take it away. But I like my formula. Okay, you get these moments. Okay, what other show and stream? Because I'm a streamer. I guess. Am I streaming? I guess I stream, but where are you finding these moments? And this is a group effort. So, no passive consumption here, folks. Okay, this is all interactive. I don't like to passively consume. If I'm eating something, I want to see the whole Renaissance fair. No, just an iPhone will be fine. But no, let's not passively consume. We interact with it, and it becomes organic. And that was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
What are we?
Let me take this speed off. Oh. So that's Jamie Kennedy with a little tongue sore. Now, Jamie Kennedy, you can't get mad at us. Okay? You can't.
Have the entire internet shitting on you.
Okay. You can't get mad at us.
And your colleagues shitting on you. It was so humiliating once it was public that I was like, all right, I'm going to kill someone or myself if I don't like
Okay.
stop drinking just to deal with this. So I was
So please don't do that, Jamie. All right. But what's happening with that tongue? Keep that tongue in your mouth. What are you going lizard? So he's like, it's like he's looking at me. Okay? Quit looking at me like that. He's seen our coverage. He's like, I've seen your stuff, Clip Virgin. Okay. Now, I thought he actually cut his Buseys, but they're just combed back. Now, look, did you guys notice the other day, Bill Maher, mentioned Gary Busey. So I thought that was a nice little coincidence. Here we are talking about Busey for the past few days, because maybe a week or so, because his hair was just going out one side and the other one was going this weird way, and he went Busey on us. Gary Busey. But now he kind of combed it down a bit.
We talking about here? What is this? And why I'm talking about it now, obviously, is because I've talked about this before, but it's because
it's trending. Okay? It's because it's trending. And this is how you get the most numbers in YouTube. And it's one thing for him to just sit and talk. He says that he's actually not getting the numbers very much, and that he thinks it's being throttled, and he needs to do it behind the paywall. But when you talk within the trend, you get a lot of searches, and that's why all these channels end up talking about the same stuff at the same time. Now, I'm talking as if that's brand new knowledge, because I guess I just noticed that. I guess that's something I wasn't really paying attention to. I guess I don't pay attention to much things.
there are regular people now that are just cannot go about their day. They cannot. They're completely mind blown by this.
No, you can just turn your phone off and go back to base reality. Okay, that is, you just turn it off and go out, breathe some fresh air, and remember that you got stuff to do.
Stuff, and I am as mind blown as them. But I was aware of this stuff, but I never really knew. It was like, okay, I'm trusting stuff with the internet. You know what I'm saying? But I have a lot of faith in the internet. I still don't know why the powers that be. I don't want to say the elites because it turns some people off. The powers that be that have control of a lot of things in this world. Can we say that? The powers that be. Would be the government, very wealthy individuals, big tech, whatever you want to say.
I'm zoomed in so that I don't have to be distracted by his complete destruction of my foreground on his screen. Now, I do occasionally do this, so that's kind of a little bit close. But he does it a lot.
Why did they ever create the internet? Because, how could they be so smart to create the internet, but not smart enough to realize that it's going
Confirm
to get
smash.
the villagers talking and the natives are going to talk. So when the demic came, we all was the worst
Yeah.
thing that you could do.
Yeah, he did not
unless they
cut
did
his
it on
juicy.
purpose
Yep.
because we all became internet junkies and sleuths. And so the term "do your own research" was demonized, but clearly it's such a trigger word. It's demonized because
I'm so
people
triggered by it.
actually
Stop
we
searching.
realized that I'd rather find something from my neighbor. It's like if an Amazon talkback board works, right? If I buy a toaster and it's $63 and people are like, don't buy the toaster because the handle doesn't work, this doesn't that. That never existed before 2005. It's called the Amazon talkback boards. And it was like, why are we having comments about stuff? Well, it was peer-to-peer, right? And it empowered the person. So for a lot of you guys, that's just your way of life.
And there you go. Now he's signaling to us, like Kash Patel, saying, yeah, I know that you snark watch my show. That's right, Jimmy Kennedy. That's right. Ooh, you got me. Oh, resonating. There it is. I found my voice. Jimmy Kennedy got me my voice back. Oh, once you cast it away, it'll come back to you tenfold, apparently. I'm ready for this. Is it waning gibbous already? Because I gotta wait for that. We're in waxing crescent. It's much too early. But there, old Jimmy Kennedy is signaling, and he had shown a smash. So let's just take a look at the smash real quick. And I have trying to get another image ready here.
Person. So,
all right. So this is it's kind of like a Lady Gaga thing. See if I can pull up the other one here real quick. Going through the slideshow, folks. Sorry, let me pull it up. Oh man, it must be the absolute last picture. Well, let's just move on. Because he does a lot, okay? He does the face smash, he does the eye smash, and he also picks his nose. That's the picture I was trying to find. But here we are.
for a lot of you guys, that's just your way of life. But for 20, 35 years of my life, we never had that. So it was like, what? It's like an answering machine from my mother. Like, she never had an answering machine until I was like, what? So we just trusted what we bought. And if you had a bad thing, you maybe wrote the company if you're really mad. If not, you just took the hit or you sold it in a garage sale. So the fact that Amazon had boards and it was like human beings can review. Just like the few select movie critics can review that know movies, well, these human beings can review, but then everyone had a voice. So it was good.
Oh,
it was also
I just found mine.
It was the
Thank you.
beginning of the end.
I lost it.
People controlling everything with one voice. So if you trust in the Amazon boards, you're trusting the comment section or this, or you're trusting the Reddits and all these different things where people can leave comments and you go, oh my God, this person's a bad person or this product is bad. But when the demic happened...
Okay. So we're getting close to contact here, folks. So we've gotten a lick. That was a lengthy lick. I've never seen a lengthy lick with a sore like that before. And
person's a bad person or this product is bad. But when
okay. Now, this is Jamie Kennedy getting real close to picking his nose.
the pandemic happened, I'm not saying the words because I don't want to get to.
Okay, so we have nose picking, tongue. What happened to the lights?
Band, they said, "Oh, you heard it from the internet." So one thing on the internet was acceptable, like Amazon talkback boards. Other things on the internet were considered like idiotic. Do your own research. It was scoffed at. That was my first thing of like, well, yeah, okay, something's going off the rails, a little goofy here. And then so when it comes to really dark things, it was relegated to the darkest corners of the internet. They said, "Oh, this is crazy talk. This is, and I'm like, was right there with them in the beginning. Like, this is bizarre. What? Like, I had never seen anything like this. Like, I always tell people I've like seen drugs and sex, but I've never seen anything like fucking heinous. Heinous. I've seen some weird, but not, like I said, illegal. Everyone was called conspiracy theorists, and they're called all these things, and it's a way to demonize you. It's a thing that was made up in the 60s, this term. So
we'll watch for a little bit more to see if we get some more smashes here.
I'm going to go to the side of my brain that's an actor and a comedian, because I was never supposed to be able to do this life, and I was able to successfully navigate an alternative life and not just have a regular job. So I'm like, I'm going to look into this stuff because people said other stuff couldn't happen, and it did for me. And I've always, when I've taken the road less traveled and I figured it out, I know that the road exists. So I was like, what the fuck's going on? So I started watching all these videos.
Show us the road, Jamie. Show us the road.
And, you hear all these different things, and you're like, what? This is no way. This is no way. But I did believe that SRA was a thing, because Ted Gunderson has given many talks about it. And real experiences and all this stuff. And then you start seeing other people talk out who are survivors. The bottom line is that this list now came out.
They did a hard cut there. It looks like they're actually editing out his facial rubs.
That Trump tried to just poo-poo. He's trying to poo-poo it now. He said we have more important things to talk about. There's nothing more important than this. There's nothing more important than this. Nothing. Because if the truth of the truth of the truth comes out, what people are suspecting, society will collapse. And it's starting. But, and I every day I see more and more stuff. Like, I try to avoid it.
So is this societal... This is like societal collapsing kind of stuff. I mean, it definitely swap out the guards. we don't need to collapse the whole thing. Just put new people in charge. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the whole thing does need to collapse. Because I never looked at information as something that would collapse society. A lack of information or not being able to share information could. But there we go. I couldn't find that picture. Okay. This is what he does. It's like the far left got to get all their energy out with the anti-ICE, and now the right gets to get all their energy out by the Epstein files. But the Epstein files is real and a very much valid thing to get upset about, and there probably won't be anyone doing anything about it. But then whole cities will burn for some false narrative.
Because I'm trying to avoid these details because I don't want, like, I've seen like posts of people talking about what it is and referring to it, but now it's getting really specific and I'm like, I can't handle it. I'm aware of it. I believe that it's 100% true, but I just don't want to overwhelm myself with it because I don't want to be a puddle of nothing. So I want to be able to be active in it. And just understand that we're dealing with something that's so evil that
Wizard saying I don't think
I don't need
that they're
to
going to
get
go
all
away.
the contents of it.
Yeah,
Have to discuss it. And before I go into this, because I'm trying to formulate so much, I even wrote notes, is everything's on the table. Everything is on the table now.
What do you mean?
You cannot use the word conspiracy theorist anymore. That's done. You cannot. If someone calls you a conspiracy theorist,
that's my word.
I don't think you can associate with that person because they're dismissing horrific things and they're a problem to do that.
Jimmy Kennedy's
so my only thing to
telling us who to associate with now.
Say that is a closed individual that's not going to help.
Oh my God. Sorry guys, I am not doing that. I hope it wasn't shaking the image there. Sorry about that. It got stuck in a zoom.
Cause of exposing evil. So let me go over here. And there's people that you can try to enlighten, but the rule of sales is 3 times and then you move on. But there are people that are actively out of it, and there's people that are actively pushing against it. Those
he
are
is
the
watching
ones
us.
That will never change. The first thing is this. Why is there any names redacted? Why is anything redacted? If something is too horrific, I get it. Or if it's a crime and you can't show it, I get that. But names, only if they were victims that do not want to be in the public, I get that. But if they said, you know what, so-and-so, you were labeled as a victim of this, your name could be redacted, would you like that? And they go, yes, I would. If that person wanted that. But they should lean towards redacting innocent people, of course. But anyone remotely perpetrating this, connected to perpetrators, smoke around them. Why are their names redacted? It's really simple. There's the first sign that it's already worse than you can imagine because they're redacting names. That means they're protecting criminals. They're protecting evil. They're protecting demonic, Satans. They're protecting. That's it. Whoever started it, they're doing that to.
Yeah, I guess I never really thought about that. I mean, yeah, because they're naming people that really are not really related to any kind of criminal activity. But they're still releasing names.
Not show the evil, hence protecting sickos. And then they might say, well, our world will collapse. I doubt that's what they're doing it for. I bet they're doing it because because basically this is an all of them problem.
They have to get their doppelgangers ready.
But do you have to unredact the names? So the fact that they're not, it's just right there. You already know it's true. It all can be theater, which it all could be, but it's definitely, I'm just going to go with it that there's a lot of truth in this. So if you redact the names, it's not full transparency. It's partial transparency, but it's also just like protecting people that are in power.
Okay. So he's kind of, yeah, going through it a little bit here. We'll watch a couple more minutes and see what else is out there.
Why would you do that? Well, because you either agree with them or you are told to do it, or because you are sick yourself. So already,
Yeah.
that's a big red flag. This stuff is so sick. But you have to ask yourself, why is it happening? Well, one of the reasons is
Yeah, that's a good idea.
compromise,
Jesus Weedman.
blackmail,
Old vets should rise again.
satanic, dark, ritual, occult practices, vampirism, which is all part of it. Like, literally, these people aren't human, and they're like a vampiric force or a dark world energy taking human form. Or it's occult practices to sacrifice something to get something, and they're so wrapped up in that. And that's why, like, if you look in old scriptures and stuff, even the little bit I know about, which it's like, and blah, blah, sacrifice was only son. Why were they always saying sacrifice was only son, or the blood of the children? And it's like, what the fuck are we talking? I remember this shit in like first, second grade. I'm like 7 years old. And they're like, and the blood of Abraham's young son and the dagger. Like, I think he didn't do it, but like he was willing to do it and all that shit. That shit fucking fucked me up, right? That's why I ran from religion. I didn't even know why. I'm like, this stuff is weird. Like, why am I doing that? But then, like, why are they always like putting the kid up, right? Like, why hold the baby up? Why all that shit, right? You start thinking about it. Look at the Vatican. Does it look like a snake? Is there all drinking the blood of a guy eating?
He said snake. He's taken on his analogies. He's taken on the form of his analogies.
His body. All of that is weird. I don't care if you're religious, Catholic, or whatever. You have to look at this all of that and go, where's weird? What's truth? What isn't? What's good? What's evil? What's inversion? What's not? All of this stuff has to be looked at with a critical mind. We have to get out of our feelings and into our intellect.
Well, you seem very emotional. So it's not quite there yet.
So it's all bizarre when you bowing down the stations of the cross and the
How
guy's
bizarre?
bleeding and he's dying for our sins and it's like bloody and it's just like too much as a young
Smash.
boy. I just wanted to like play catch and watch Three's Company and like I just wanted to like climb the monkey bars. I was like a happy kid.
Yeah,
you know?
now your
Like,
world is gone, and you need to do something about it. Okay, you ain't gonna get it back. You got to take a stand. You've got to show your pain. Okay. Grow a pair, get a spine. Have a bit of constitution. Self-resolve.
that shit was dark, man. It like fucking created this what you have in front of you now because I was minding my own business, man. I was wearing my granimals. I was fucking eating a bag of Doritos, which was probably laced with human fucking remains, drinking a soda, probably had fucking blood in it, human blood. But I was fucking happy. I was playing Donkey Kong, minding my own business, man.
Whoa.
And then all this shit was just put on us little by little without a
He is unironically using a measuring glass to measure out water, liquid. And he's drinking from it because he has a 3-to-1 ratio of who knows what that is.
was knowing, right?
That was such a huge cup for such a small. Look, that's so he's taking up so much room with that. If you're going to have that small of a sip, you don't need that big of a container. Even Marshawn Lynch was taking shots. You didn't realize that you just poured in the bigger glass. He was taking the shot glass that you take the shot to measure out how many shots you want in a drink, and then you just pour it in your drink. You know, you want 2 shots, a double, okay, and then you pour your shots and you pour it in your glass. Well, Marshawn Lynch kept pouring his Hennessy in the shot glass and then taking the shots. So at least he even knew you don't need a small container, a large container.
Right?
That's you barely wet your whistle.
Shit was just put on us little by little without us knowing, right?
Didn't seem like you even drank anything.
Somebody said I was MK Ultra the other day. I have to have this person on because if they really said it or not. I do not believe I was. But then again, wouldn't MK Ultra know that?
Yeah, you got MK Ultra by Charlie Kirk assassination. What I said at the beginning of the segment, he was really affected by it. Is he reading my comments?
But then again, wouldn't MK? I do not believe I was. Long because if they really said it or not. I do not. The other day, I have to have this person on because if they. Somebody said I was MK Ultra the other day. I have to have this person on because if they really said.
Have to have this person on. Oh, okay, so it must be Metzger. You can't tell me that we're gonna have another merge. These people that we're watching, they're merging together. Someone called Jamie Kennedy, or said that Jamie Kennedy was MK Ultra. And he's like, "Oh, hey man, I'm not MK Ultra. What's that? Ooh, Monarch. That sounds cool. Oh, that's bad. Oh, okay. So I wonder if it was Metzger. Please don't let it be Tripoli. Oh God, we don't need another AAA.
I do not believe I was. But then again, wouldn't MK Ultra know that? So,
thank you for that.
I talk about this.
For that heavy sigh.
And the first time I ever saw this, and people villainize the guy and all this stuff, but again, separate the man
from
what you think he is from a message.
From the message.
I don't know anything about him. I know there's a lot of controversy, but Andrew Tate said something and it stuck with me in my brain, and he explained the whole.
He said, never.
Revelation of the method, and I've talked about this before. So let's talk about this. And why am I talking about it again? Like, you have to ask yourself,
you already talked about
Jamie
it.
Kennedy, B-Rad, talking about this? Like, I am B-Rad. Like, I'm Justin Schumacher from Kicking It Old School. I'm Randy. I'm all these things.
Okay.
Why am I talking about something so much? Because that's where we're at. This is where we're at. That me, what you know.
He's identifying himself with his old characters, and he's about to say, "It's me. It's what you know of me, or who I am."
Me for
who I'm
is
for.
talking about this. How can you not? There's no way our world can ever go.
It's like, I can't believe B-Rad saying this stuff, man. No way. Shit. B-Rad saying this shit? But you B-Rad, what you doing? No, you're Jamie Kennedy. We don't think of you as your characters. They don't have that kind of staying power, I guess. Sorry.
Back to what it was. And where we're going to go forward, I have a slight idea, but I don't know how we're going to get through the darkest, most unimaginable part of humanity that I've ever didn't even dream about. Because you hear about horrific crimes, the Crusades,
just
and
shine
Vlad
your
the
light.
Impaler, and Charlemagne and Genghis Khan, and all these different killings throughout history, but you don't think about Genghis Khan and all these different killings throughout history, but you don't.
See, they're so tired. Like, what is it that you're doing that makes you so tired, except for all this stuff that doesn't give you energy? 'Cause it seems like you're doing a lot of stuff. Look at this. All right, well, he's praising the Lord. Just like Jeff Dye.
Think about, somehow they sell it to you as war. And you're like, oh, that's war, and it's over there, and it's like fighting for land and blah blah, and men are dying for their honor. But you don't really think about it. And then it's just kind of
Vern Smash.
Now we're talking about the innocence of children and the sickness of the evil of adults.
Got to check the Fauci files. Yeah, let's not get too distracted. What about the Fauci files? See if Fauci's in there.
Which is so hard to say because I don't even think they're human beings. Somebody said that this is fucking hell, man, and we are navigating it. I'm starting to believe that more and more.
Oh, yeah. And especially once you see my slideshow.
That this is fucking hell, man, and we are navigating it. I'm starting to believe that more and more.
What are you doing, dude? He's like doing like, and I'm not gonna say a word. I'm locking the key, and look at that. He's locking the key to his mouth so many times. Look, he's like, this is the thing that I can't say it. Nope, can't say it. And And turn.
Somebody said that this is fucking hell, man, and we are navigating it. I'm starting to believe it more and
turn
more.
the lock there.
I told this to my friend Jack the other day, and I said, dude,
look at that.
we're in a dark place, and everything we do is fight for the
light. Why is he doing that? Why is he?
We're not in a light.
Why is he doing that? Oh my God.
And that's another tangent I could go off of, but just think about every movie you see.
What? I mean, I'm talking for 2.5 hours, and you're not seeing my hands smash my face or rearrange my scruff, my beard. And he wants to be respected, taken serious. Okay, Jamie. How about you show just a bit of willpower, just a slight bit of delayed gratification, and just don't touch your face for 5 minutes. He'll get into like where he starts choking himself too. He'll go like this, like. He'll do all sorts of crazy stuff.
Look at all the new TV shows. Mad Diary of a Killer. The Death Chronicles. Everything is death and murder.
Assassinations
blood,
or assassinated.
Fucking.
Assassin.
Talk about this. Here's a simple one that just came into my head. Santa Clarita Diet. This is really cute show. The Santa Clarita Diet. It's a cute show about this couple. Let's just look it up. But I think it was that eats their neighbors. Let's just look this up. Let's look this up.
Wow, really?
The Santa Clarita Diet got an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. Again, why is the tomato rotten?
Okay, Jamie.
7.8, almost 80% positive. The Santa Clarita Diet is an American comedy horror television series. So it's comedic and it's horror. Horror is horrific. Comedy is supposed to be funny. Joel and
God.
Sheila Hammond are everyday suburban
Like
real
you.
estate agents in Santa Clarita, California, which is a real place. The couple faces a series of obstacles when Sheila undergoes a metamorphosis, means a new beginning, becomes undead, and starts craving human flesh.
So, yep, there it is. In plain sight.
As Joel and the family try to help Sheila through this, they have to deal with the neighbors and the cultural norms and get the bottom of a potentially mythological mystery. What?
Be rad. Had to break it to you. You ain't be rad.
Let's break this down again. As Joel and family try to help Sheila through this, they have to deal with the neighbors and cultural norms. Very positive reviews. But what is basically that? Well, it's about a woman who craves human flesh. Now, why is that on the side of a building on La Cienega and Sunset? I remember seeing that poster. That's like the end all. That's the fucking win. You're on the side of that whole hotel. It's a big message to the city of LA. Well, it's not about love. It's about eating human flesh. There's a new cartoon out called Goat. A lot of animals. Why isn't it called Sparrow? Or Hippo Head? It's called Goat. Black Phillip.
What's that tap? You just like
KFC
tapping.
commercials were people that were walking to the lake and they were dumped in to the lake. And then they came up as McNuggets. Now, why it's so easy, but really not, to demonize people that question these things like myself that demonize it, which really should not.
It's because you stick your tongue out when you
as somebody
do it.
that you could possibly listen to, because of just generally that I think the people that like me know I have a form of intelligence. I'll let you decide how much it is or how little it is. My last name is Kennedy. So whether you believe me or not, if I'm connected or not, you can Google it and they'll tell you I'm not, but maybe I am, maybe I'm not. It's one of the 12 bloodlines. I have a life that I do things that's not normal. And
He's a Kennedy.
I had an iconic character that did this type of stuff.
Wow. He's doing full, like, what's his name from The Office? It's like I'm part of the 12 bloodlines. That's a hard pass. Hard pass. You are not part of the 12 bloodlines.
An iconic character that did this type of stuff.
Close his eyes like that.
So that I become the character, that the character
Oh,
adapt
God.
from me, I don't know. So
He's manifesting, folks.
they would just try to demonize pre-list and say you're crazy. Well, I've talked to more people this week that are in the normal parts of society who are just like, this shit is insane. It's real. I can't fucking fathom it. Like all this stuff. And so now what was considered that is now getting normalized of like, maybe there's truth to this. So I'm telling you is that why it's easy to demonize and call. I don't want to call my other brothers out who do this because I look up to them, but they get called names and stuff too, is that because to say this stuff makes you sound crazy. But I'm talking to you in a rash, normal voice in a place that I pay for, which I make money. I'm a productive person in society. Ask anyone who meets me, any rational person, 99% of them. If you talk.
No, that's actually something I've always said about him. Like, he's got a little bit of that Hollywood hustle. And so I can appreciate a little bit of that hustle over someone who expects it. They're entitled. They just expect it to happen. And a lot of the actors out there are just expecting that role to happen. It's all, that well's all dried up, folks. It's all dried up. Even Zuckerberg moved out of there. They didn't want to cast him for Social Network 2. So he got on out of there. But you're going to stay there, aren't you? You're going to become the role.
The 99 people, 100 people, 99 of them or 98 of them will say they've had a positive experience with me. One may not because I was in a bad mood and it happens, and the other are just cognitively not there. And that's just the honest truth. You have to accept that. If you can't, you can't. People don't look at their own shit. A lot of people that talk shit to you online, click on their profile. Like I had people do it yesterday, and they're all private or 0 followers, so they're bots. They're not humans.
I'm not human.
So the thing with this stuff is that
Smash. Wow. Foreground.
why? Why do people get called crazy when they look at this stuff? It's the thing with this stuff is
Smash.
that
Smash. Okay, that right there, that's the look of, oh my God, I do that and I can't stop. He's like, oh, I got to stop doing that. Because he is becoming self-aware that he does smash his face. And so he's looking and he's like, oh my God, Clip Virgin was right. Oh, I do that. Now watch this. Because he like tries to stop himself each time. And then he's like, oh, I don't know what to do with my hands. And he just went, wah, 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 like that. And that's the look of, oh, he can't be right. That's right. I'm right. Far right.
the thing with this stuff is that
Smash. Poke. He's like, oh my God, I'm doing it again. He's like, oh, look at his eye. Because he was getting frustrated with himself for doing it. He did a full Metzger bulge, eye bulge. Oh, did I lose the spot? Oh, there you go. Now, take a look at his how his eyes bug out. Of course, well, no wonder they bugged out because you smashed them in. So watch how he tries to reset his eyes because they were just about smashed inside of his skull. So he had to pop them back out.
Thing with this stuff
Okay, here we go.
is that
Look at the watch the eyes. Here, okay. Oh God, he's like, oh my God, I'm doing it. He's like, look at that. He's like, oh no. Now watch this. Watch this. Yeah. And he's messing with our foreground because I keep saying the foreground is for us. It's for the consumer. Okay. And he keeps taking that from us. So he has been watching our stuff.
is that
Look at that smash. Look at that. Watch the eyes. Just. Oh. Ooh. Oh my God. Why, Jamie? Why? He wants to have a really big mustache. Look at that. That is someone who wants to have a big mustache. He looks like I don't know, like a little squirrel or a little mouse. Whatcha? Look at that. Look at, he's like sleeping.
why?
Wow. So Jamie Kennedy, you need to wake up a little bit. Now, I see the irony, seeing that I can talk real slow. But again, I am recording these really late at night. And it is a moon set right now. The moon is not up. So I'm only activated no, we are in a moon ride. Okay. The moon is out. Waning crescent. But we're waning. Okay. Once I start waxing, watch out. Okay. I'll get that voice back, start resonating again. But in the meantime, we'll watch Jamie Kennedy smash his face. Is he?
Why do people get called crazy when they look at this stuff?
All right, one more time with the face.
The thing with this stuff is that
Shit.
why?
Oh, Cluck. Oh my God. Pay him, folks. Pay him. Okay. He's a professional. Okay.
Why do people get called crazy when they look at this stuff? It's a chicken nugget, Jamie. It's a person. Okay, let me just do that before I start the videos. Okay, so
Oh, wait, a rooster. Are they doing a rooster? Okay, well, rooster is, if you have a hanging chicken, you're holding the chicken. That's all witchery symbology.
It's already creepy as fuck. All right? It's already creepy as fuck. The eye of the chicken. Vest is on. Don't know what that is. This is fast food now. This is fast food.
Well, yeah. Have you guys seen Stranger Things? I mean, that's what people are watching.
In the woods, Bohemian Grove, same suited type of individuals are all gathering around. They look something cannibalistic.
No. Wow, what was
Now
that?
they've converted this guy into one of them wearing the same thing. Wolves are all gathering around.
Wow.
They look something cannibalistic.
That's pretty cool. Wow, look at that.
Now
Actually,
they've
I like it.
converted this guy into one of them wearing the same thing.
Ooh, nice.
Now it's an egg. This is a commercial.
It's very well done.
What do the symbolisms of the brown mean? What does the egg mean? Guess who came with an egg? Put it in. Lady Gaga, 15 years ago at the MTV Awards, came in the same ritual as this commercial. In an egg. There are no coincidences. Okay, so maybe the egg symbolizes the chicken being born. Now they're holding this guy who's really stiff.
Wow.
He's stiff. The person's going in, walking in,
Jamie,
potentially
be quiet.
baptizing him in a river of red. Is that sauce? Wow. It's brown.
You don't have to describe everything.
And now he's a perfect nugget. Believe and chicken.
Wow. Okay. That was and it's like wicked. Chicken wicked. That was doing a little spirit cooking.
What is chicken? I believe that term is on.
That was a very bold commercial for old KFC. They're trying to be hip. Trying to be like the Carl Jr. a couple decades ago. Wasn't there a couple fast food joints that were edgy? Carl's Jr. like spill on you, like, yeah, it just spills on you. It's that good. So good, you just let it spill on you. Carl's Jr.'s. It's in the game. Previously on ABC. It's in the game.
The FBI watch list. Chicken hawking, chicken lover. It said believe in red. So it's telling you to believe.
Wake up. What if I show you some wake up signs? Will you wake up?
So right there, that commercial says to me, Soylent Green.
The what?
It's as weird as fuck. There's no reason to make that commercial other than just make a cute commercial about how good they taste.
Oh God, Jamie, you can't be telling people how they should do their advertising when you can barely dress yourself. Okay. You know nothing about trends except for latching on to them. So
why do that? To get attention? You did.
yes, that is the main reason for commercials. It is to get your attention. You're right. Okay. And now here you are talking about it. So even beyond the metaphorically speaking aspect of having you talk about it afterwards, it is literally meant just to get your attention. Yes. It's effective.
So these are the everyday things that are washed over us. And here's another thought.
Oh, please tell us.
And we just take for granted. And they're called slide-bys, in my opinion. Do you know anybody that...
Oh, he's got dishes. Was he about to ask, do you know anyone who can clean dishes?
just take for granted, and they're called slide-bys, in my opinion. Do you know anybody that ever fucking eats KFC? Be honest with you. Is KFC killing it, or is it just getting by? I know tons of people that Dave's Hot Chicken,
oh, here we go.
down in town. There's tons of great chicken places. I would go to
They're funded by the devil.
25 places, 100 places before I go to KFC. I haven't been to KFC in, fucking decades. There's no desire to go to KFC.
KFC is Israel first.
There's just so much more chicken places. Raising Cane's. I don't go to Chick-fil-A anymore because there's too much shit in it. Raising Cane's probably has it too, but you know what I'm saying? There's so many. I can go to Indiana. I can go and get hip chicken anywhere. KFC. So why is such a huge brand doing such a big marketing thing when I don't think a lot of people eat there? Now, none of this stuff should be weird to you because this is all...
Okay. That's about all I can handle with Jamie's solos, okay? So that's Jamie talking about stuff. Appreciate it, Jamie. That is his World on Fire series where he comes to terms with reality. Well, we got some compilation ones in the mix here too. Maybe we'll take a look at one of these. Let's take a look at American Redacted. Brian Callen exposes himself while defending Epstein. We're in the Epstein thread.
Even younger.
We'll move to yes. Hold on. Hey, she was 14, guys. Can you get the right?
Oh no, this is just one example.
Here's the problem. This is why if you.
It's muted.
This guy was fucking with 14-year-olds. Okay, so sorry, and you got.
There's some 9-year-olds in there.
Yeah, there's even younger.
We'll move to yes. Hold on. Hey, she was 14, guys. Can you get the right?
Oh no, this is just one example.
Dude, there's
this is just one.
So many.
Yeah.
Brian, come on, she was 14. What is your take today? What the What is going on?
All right, so it looks like one of Joe Rogan's BFFs, Brian Callen, who's allegedly a predator himself, is unsurprisingly defending Jeffrey Epstein and excusing the people who hung out with him after his initial arrest in 2008, stating that, you know, in the 90s and the early 2000s, it was completely normal to date a 16-year-old girl as a 40-year-old man, and that you'd commonly see teenage girls as young as 16 years old in bars and clubs in New York, which not only is later proven to be completely untrue, but at the very same time, it exposes him as the slimy predator that he always has been. Like, let's not forget that this is the same guy who allegedly told his 23-year-old girlfriend at the time that girls had the biological, primal desire to be raped. And when he allegedly said this, he was 40-something years old with another wife and family.
Please understand.
That's why they're there.
Yeah, if you think that 15 and 16-year-old models that who were also on the cover of this, that, and the other thing, people like Kate Moss, do you think back in the 90s anybody was checking ID? Do you think back in the 90s?
Yeah, this is pretty. Are you saying, Jen? Are you saying that to this episode? Yeah, he is hard to watch.
Anybody was saying, hey, that girl, like, she's 15. I hate to tell everybody. I hate to tell, but the order of the day, it was a creepy fucking era.
There's a song, she's only 17.
Calvin Klein's models were 15 and 16, dude. It's like, so.
Yeah, but this is
now
also
everybody's like,
2000. This is 2000s though, too.
Even then, Bubba, even then, before everything.
Here's what I will say.
I'm not saying.
I don't like this take either, dude.
I'm just telling you how it was. Here's what I'm trying to say.
I think they knew.
The majority of those girls who were models who came to New York as young as 13, who were supposed to be looked over. Okay, I promise you.
Yeah. Yep.
Probably 50 to 60% of them have a story about how they were 16 dating a 32-year-old.
So just a bunch of this stuff. It's kind of there's a lot with him, and bad vibes. You know, even Too Lazy 2 tries. So really, what I'm showing with these compilations is the trend chasing that they're doing. And I guess some of it needs to happen because it's, you know, within the current topic. But yeah, I mean, everyone is all about it. So you can't even escape it if you wanted to. Yep. Well, let's take a look at Duncan Trussell here with Jeremy Corbell. Now, yeah, this is that one that people are always questioning, and we're just gonna dip our toes in this. Maybe save some for later. But I'd like to see how, you know, how this kind of works out, because everything right now is Epstein files. And I'm sure even this Kurt Metzger thing, I'm sure they'll talk about it too. So really, these guys were the only ones that weren't really talking much about it. Oh, well, I suppose we could go back to a little bit of Look at the game here. We'll end it on a bit of a positive note. Now we got 16 and a half Norman nudges. And we just had a miss. Now, I've been seeing this the whole time. Oh, you can't see my cursor. My apologies. I've been seeing this whole time that Adam is opening his leg to that opportunity to not even just get touched, but that might be an inner thigh opportunity. So if those fingers go anywhere on that curve, that is an inner thigh activity. And that's a 6 point. So that's him just missing. So you get half a point for trying. And let's see if we can pull in some more numbers.
What a great snap.
Oh. Take the... Now he just missed. He's got his... Let me switch over here. Okay. He's got his arm on the arm. Okay, so when you are... You got the arm on the arm, you're also going to use that as almost like an anchoring point to really get in like a long, you can get a long reach going this way. So with every action, there's a opposite and equal reaction. So in order to go forward, you must first go back and then forward. That's how you move. That's how you take steps. That's how you kick. If you want to kick with your left, you got to plant with your right. So there's an equal and opposite reaction to every action, and he will, as far back as he is with this, he was trying to match it, and so he just missed it. So he's either got to scoot in a little bit or use this to help him lean in, because again, he just missed it.
We're all best friends. We're going to Cabo next year. You know, like
that's great. What a great snap.
Oh my god, that's so close.
Instead of being like, we're all best friends. We're going to Cabo next year. You know, like
that's great.
Look at that, just missed it. Yeah, he is priming it. Yep. Man, look at that. And I never seen Adam Ray so unaware. Although maybe he is quite unaware, because sometimes he's a little late to the party. But that is so close. And just look at... He doesn't ever have another expression but this. It is always this. Because he's always thinking of this. So your eyes are exposed brain. And he is looking at thought. He's looking at image. Now he is looking at an image, the monitor. There's one that shows the computer screen and whatever they're watching, and I'm only assuming that there's another one that shows what they're broadcasting. So a monitor of themselves. And a lot of these places will have their own separate monitors, depending on the camera angle, I guess. But look at that. Nearly there. Nearly there. Oh. Yeah, those Epstein files, man. I almost forgot how to laugh there for a second. It's like everything was that. Very heavy stuff. Very heavy stuff. We need to lift the spirits so we can rest the soul.
What a great snap.
What a great shot, right?
And I like you represent with the hat. Sam's got his retard jersey on.
This actually, you know what this actually is? This is the Roommates podcast, Jalen and Josh's pod.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
wow.
kinda cool.
You're both rep-
They sent me one. I was like, what is this? And I was like, oh, shit.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Can we hear you Dikembe in 2026? What does it sound like?
My Dikembe in 2026?
Yeah.
Well, he's passed away, right?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Dude, pull up my Dikembe Mutombo message to Sam Morrell. I paid for
What?
a cameo. I paid a cameo for a cameo.
Whoa.
I'll do what I think he sounded. I mean, I met him once at the NBA Awards, and I was like,
a
Dikembe,
classy
dude.
guy.
I go, man. I still, I'm a big Sonics fan. I haven't forgiven you, but like, you're a legend. He's like, yeah.
Well, can you do the message in his voice? Because I've never heard him talk, I don't think.
No, it's like
You got
it's
a
video
cameo
of
from
It's
him?
not. Yeah, just like look
He's
up.
got a little
cameo.
Cookie Monster going
Cameo?
on, but
A little Cookie Monster. This is fucking. He's so
Yeah.
good at this. shit.
He knows impressions.
he was in Coming to America.
2.
No, he wasn't.
Slow down.
No, it's a cameo, dude.
The second one, yeah.
Dikembe, I typed in your name, didn't come up.
The hand's really close.
Yeah, maybe it's not there.
Damn.
You guys ever bought cameos for?
He got me a
friends?
Sugar Ray.
Cool. Mark
Mark
McGrath.
McGrath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I thought it'd just be fun to be like a random.
We're looking.
Hey,
We're
boys, like,
looking for
I'm
that
hard to hear
Norman
you're the
nudge.
biggest fan.
1000%. Dude.
Yeah,
What
he killed it. He was really funny.
He did great. He sang a song or something.
All right. Let's see if we can get the numbers up. Okay, we've been sitting at 16.5 for a good 15 minutes here.
Okay, Dikembe. He
Let's
can't find
see if he
it.
gets something.
Yeah, it's probably not even that good.
That'd be great if the Google just went like this.
To the guy that does the voice of Cookie Monster, I can sleep at night.
Oh, there it is. There it is. We got a shoulder, folks. A backhand shoulder. Okay. Now I was going to add backhand, but I think it's just a given. But we made contact, folks. With that, we got a shoulder. Okay, that's a twofer. Okay, you got a 2-pointer right there. So that's how you play it, folks. Okay, we are racking up the numbers. This is the Norman Nudge game here, and he just sank 2 points. I can't handle hearing people talk sports, but I will make up my own games and play them as they insist on talking about sports. But let's go ahead and add the numbers. That is a shoulder, 2 points, and we're sitting at 18.5. Now, I said upper teens for an average show. And then if something was really popping, I was thinking 25. Now, a couple of days ago, when I was introducing this game, I was saying 50 points. This might be a 50-pointer. Yeah. I too cannot stand. I can't stand sports and sports talk and being in the sports bar with the TVs on all over the place and the noise and the food and the yeah oh, everyone's like, oh no way. Listen to this stuff. Yep. And then they talk about the year that a player played a long time ago. I was just never good at memorizing stats, but I was never interested in these stats. But we got a slap, folks. Okay, we got a backhanded shoulder, and that is 2 points. So that's 18.5. Okay, let me add real quick. Let me add on the stats. That is another shoulder. Okay, so we got 2 shoulders for 2 points, and we got. Let me add the number here. We got 3 shoulder hits. Okay, we got 3 shoulder hits, 4 back pats. He patted that back 4 times in the first second of the show. He went boom, 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 or boom, 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 boom. It was a sight to see. And now, closing in our shoulders. Now, I thought for sure the hand, because they're both could put their arm up on the armrest there. I thought for sure that would be hitting pretty hard, but he's mid-tiering it right now.
You called it.
Let's go.
I got his autograph when I was a kid because I used to wait outside the garden for them to come out.
Oh, I got to see it one more time.
Great if the Google just went like this.
To the guy that does the voice of Cookie Monster, I can sleep at night.
Oh man. That's why he doesn't want you to be looking at him, because he can't reach for you while you're looking. So whenever the guest turns and looks at him, Mark Norman would be like, "Oh," like this, and because they're already sitting pretty close, and if you're then looking at someone that close, you do kind of naturally want to kind of back up a little bit, but then he'll just go like, "Ah." So he wants you to be looking at the monitor so that he can Norman nudge you. So that was executed perfectly. But there will be an inner thigh.
I can sleep at night.
Look at that.
Called it.
Let's go.
I got his autograph when I was a kid because I used to wait outside the garden for them to come out. And he was in Nick for a minute, and I had a blue jersey on, like a warm up, whatever. And he just, I was like, Mr. Mutombo, and he, I was probably like too old to be asking for an autograph. But he just take out a blue Sharpie and wrote in it, and it just didn't even come out. Like, God damn it.
That counts.
I once followed.
No, it's not that, dude. It's like, I don't know.
I love that you did that though, waiting.
Now he has his drink here. Usually, when he sets his drink, he is in the space. He is trying to close in. He's trying to close in the gap between him and his subject. And this is a new anchoring point for him, a bit of a point of departure that he can reference to this, because then that means he will be right here. So there will be a leg touch. And I gotta be careful with trying to predict things. But that thing is just, you can see how it is angled this way. Now Bert Kreischer, he positioned his whole body over here and then angled his legs pointing this way so that he was looking at Norman the whole time to stay away from him slapping his shoulder. So he took this shoulder and brought it as far away as he could. So he's just sitting there taking it. He feels like he's one of the boys.
Outside the arena. That's a very, like, yeah, you do get to a point as an adult where you're like, I should probably slow it down with the autographs. But as a kid, I think it's all fair game. My mom took me to a Mariners game. They were playing the Boston Red Sox.
He's thinking about
That's
it.
when they had, Mo Vaughn, Wade Boggs. And
Wade
these guys,
Boggs,
and the
dude.
Red Sox are historically known for boozing in the clubhouse, and just like even in
Boggs
that, I think
is like the legend. For
oh,
it.
totally, and especially in the
He's looking at
early
you. Look at
90s.
the leg.
But even when they won their World Series, it sounds like they were all getting fucked up. And then obviously, your Yanks, David Wells and Doc Gooden, obviously. So they're all probably still, doing fentanyl cupcakes, and bumps and shit. And
Wells
Four
was hung
Locos
over
and-
for the perfect game.
Yeah,
that was
Really?
a famous story.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I walk. Wade Boggs walks out, and I give him my ball, and he goes,
He's-
"Walk with me."
he's really
So I'm just like,
caffeinated.
walk with him. I turn around, and my mom's like, "I guess he's raising you now." And I'm walking down all the way
And he
to
held
the.
your hand like this.
He goes, "I saw the gill pick," and then and he goes, "Don't make it weird." And we walk to the Greyhound bus. He just keeps walking. He's in front of me. He walks on the bus, so I just like. I'm nervous, but also I'm just like, fuck yeah, man, I could maybe get on a team bus. I'm like 9 years old, walk up. He's walking all the way down the aisleway.
So Mark Norman, he just wants to get to the punchline because there's no way that he can justify making a Norman nudge in the middle of a joke or a middle of a rant. So he's got to wait until the end where it's like, oh man, no way, and then you go for it. So the whole time he doesn't care about any of this in this middle stuff. He's just waiting until there's a punchline so that he can be like, oh man, no way, and then try to. All right, so here we are.
Of the bus, and so I just follow him down, and I see fucking Roger Clemens and Mo Vaughn and all these guys, and I'm just walking by, and they're all just minding their business. Some of them were looking up like, why is there a kid on the bus? But either it was normal, or maybe they thought I was a Make-A-Wish, or they were like, who's the lesbian that Kendall Gill knows, or like maybe it's one of maybe he's Epstein's gonna come pick him up. And so I get close through the end, and then Boggs sits down, and he goes, "What's your name?" And I go, "Adam," and he goes, "I wrote Alan," and then he handed me the ball.
Whoa. That's
So he had signed it
cooler.
before, and then still was just like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "I fucked it up." But like,
Did he fix it or no?
no, he just gave me the ball.
You could add a little dick on the D on the L there. That would make a D.
I mean, look at this guy. Yeah,
He was
they
a
were just-
fucking badass, though, dude. I mean, that guy was just instant on base.
Oh, really?
He was such a hard out.
Baseball's
him
the
and Tony Gwynn.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
in the 90s.
The 90s were the shit.
In the
Baseball's
80s.
the sport too, where I think you can get away with the most
Boozing.
boozing. Yeah,
Yeah, but that's got to be like the stories he claims that. I mean, it's fabricated, obviously, but he says like he drank 100 beers in a flight, which like there's no fucking.
no, there's no way, dude.
There's no way.
Bert Kreischer hasn't drank 100 beers,
Yeah.
right? And I feel like
He
maybe
might have.
has. Yeah, it's a good example.
I've flown with him, and he's scared of flying,
He is,
so he
yeah.
drinks extra
Yes.
on flights.
We left the Super Bowl in New Orleans when we did a show there. I guess it was last year, and it was he did an arena show, and it was myself and Shane and Nikki and Tony and
Please, not a Bert Kreischer story.
Guy Fieri and
Jeez, what a
and so
lineup.
we're leaving on the Bert got a plane with Howie Long, and Howie bailed, so he's like, "You guys want to come on my plane?" And we're like, "Yeah." So it was my wife and Buddy and I, and we had to get up though at 7 and drive 3 hours to the airport. So
Why?
I was
Where
literally
the
like,
airport?
in some
Outside of New Orleans.
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Is Lafayette?
Yeah, that's about 3 hours.
Great, that's where it was.
There you go.
Dude. Kids, you can't smoke weed and have a short-term memory.
There you go.
Every time I remember somebody's name from the show and some crowd work, and they come to the meet and greet, and I go, "Dave, right?" And they're like, "Dude, how the fuck?" I'm like, that gives me another 2 years of smoking pot.
Yeah.
Do you smoke a lot of weed?
Not a lot, but enough to. At night, I can't smoke when I'm on. I can't be high or drunk when I'm on stage because I just, even if I'm not doing anything in the crowd, I just need to have my wits about me. You know,
It blows
Same.
me away. Like I see Big J just
Get your
smoke a
wits.
joint, and then he's so fucking quick. off the
I
cuff.
know.
And, like,
totally.
I've never-
Some people are born different, but I can't do
Yeah.
it.
It's all a personality thing. Like some people take an Adderall and they feel calm.
Yeah.
I take an Adderall and I'm like shellacking the roof.
Yeah.
I'm buzzed up.
I love those fucking pills.
Yeah, well, but you're pretty ADD. Do you go up or down when you take it?
I could just fucking listen.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not on it right now. I'm on it now, but like, because
which is exactly what a drug fiend would say. Show us your pockets.
We got a point.
But I love it. I mean, I'm locked in.
You don't smoke at all.
I don't like it, man.
I don't like it
freak
either.
The fuck.
Paranoid.
See, these are alkies. Okay, these drinkers, they get buzz off of the alcohol. Gets them to think clear. Like, that's all that he's thinking about. Like, he just wants to drink. He even said that at the beginning. He was like, just want to drink.
Fuck, I hate it.
I used to be the guy that was like, when people would say that, I'd go, "Oh, you just haven't smoked with the right people,"
Yeah.
or like, "You probably took one hit," and you say that it doesn't jam with you. But then I've also had the terrible edible experiences. I was once in I was saying with Josh Wolf, and Josh Wolf will do he does shows where he does a Friday mushroom show.
Jesus
And
Christ.
Josh is so funny, and he tells these great stories. But his Friday show
performs on mushrooms.
on all the mushrooms, and it's but he's another guy where he can still be locked in, and it's advertised, so people come to the show knowing he's shroomed out. And so we did probably, I'll do a 2.5 milligram edible. We saw the show last night, the All Out show with all the rotating cast of comics. It's like last night was Sarah Silverman, Craig Robinson, Heidi Gardner, and Jason Matsoukas. Super funny, and so a little edible for that, to where I can still be in control. And when I see
Sarah Silverman's in too much. Take a break, Sarah Silverman. Okay, you're in stand-up timeout. We're all max out. Hey, what? That's not fair.
Craig after, I'm not going to
be. She's in everything.
What's up, man? I'm like, great job, because I don't want to, embarrass myself, but I definitely took probably close to 80 milligrams with Josh, and he didn't tell me.
Oh, boy.
And it's this big brownie, and so I get home to my apartment in LA. And I start having a freak out. And there's a game that sometimes when you smoke too much or ingest too much that you play, and potheads will know this, a little game called If I Do This, My Heart Won't Explode. And it's a real fun game where you just psych yourself out and have a fucking freak out on your patio. And so I was like, my heart was beating really fast. I was about to drive myself to Cedars-Sinai. And I go out to the little shitty patio I had in our apartment, and I in my head I was like, just fucking keep moving, just keep moving. So I'm out there going just fucking tap dancing, and our apartment was set up there was a pool in the middle, and almost like Melrose Place. So there's apartments all the way around the pool, and so ours was looking across to another guy's apartment. And after about 6 minutes of fucking step ball changing on my patio, I hear this guy just go, "Hey man, are you okay?"
Whoa!
And I go, "Yeah, I'm just rehearsing," because I got nervous and didn't want to be caught being high, even though I should have been reaching out for help. So I go, "I'm just rehearsing, man."
In LA, that line works. In Kansas, you're getting your ass kicked.
Yeah. In LA, everyone's like, "Oh, he's probably in the Nutcracker." And so I retrieved back to my inside and somewhat calmed down. And then I was like, "I'm never doing."
Was it
about 80?
Which is crazy.
That's
fucking crazy.
But Josh there's some people that can just do that many and just be
I know, Joe Diaz,
dude, we used
guys.
to. I remember the guy used to come to the cellar and just sell cookies, and you just would not know how much was in it.
Yeah,
was he dressed as a Girl Scout or no? It was it was a guy that was selling drugs.
No, that was the thing. And I remember I'd see Nikki get it, and she's like, "Oh, you should get this, really good." And I'd be like, "Oh, okay, cool."
No.
And then I got it, and I had 3 roommates at the time, a full-on panic attack, and they had people over. I was just like rocking in a bed in a room. I was like, this is crazy.
It's a nightmare.
I ate the whole cookie.
I sold a show. The first, you pitch a million shows. I finally sold a show. So they fly out to LA because once you sell it, you got to pitch it.
Yep.
To Netflix, Hulu, whatever.
Yep.
So they flew me out. This is a big deal. This is years ago. I did a show at the Comedy Store, Sam Tripoli's show. They just hand you a bag of weed. It's like gummies and cookies and joints and all this shit. And I go, I'm not a weed guy. Take the bag back. And he goes, well, at least take the CBD. And I go, oh, CBD. This will help me sleep. So I just guzzled the whole jar of it. And I went.
THC.
It was THC.
Of course.
I don't know how much it was, but it was a full jar. I was like, I'm going to sleep tonight. I'm not a great sleeper.
No,
I'm CBDing my ass out. And I get back to my hotel, and I was like, oh my God. And it was I fell asleep and I woke up high. It was one of those. So I'm in a dark room like,
no.
And I fell off the bed. I'm laying on the bed, and it felt like the room was vertical.
It was.
So I was holding on to the leg of the bed, like, because I thought I was going to slide into hell.
My God.
You thought you were in Titanic at the end. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
So now that's like a Dos Locos or what are those crazy alcohol drinks?
I'm falling.
And then I made the worst mistake. I army crawled to the bathroom, turned the light on, and I looked in the mirror. And when you look in the mirror and you're that high, it is just the Satan.
No, you're like Tom Cruise in Vanilla Sky.
Yeah, I was like, I'm melting.
Dude,
What? Yeah, yeah, there it is. Yeah, Four Locos. So that whole pit, man. I don't know what I was drinking when those first came out. Oh man. Spinning like crazy. Just like whoa. So laying down like a merry-go-round. No. So that was a long time ago.
I happened to me too.
Missed
I was
all
on the road.
Missed all the pitches.
I was with I was dating.
Yeah, missed them all. My manager dropped me.
No way.
No.
Well, he threatened to drop me, but he was like, "You're crazy. They flew you out first class, da da da." And I missed them all.
Tell him it was an accident, or like?
Yeah, of course. But he was like, "You fucked us."
That's such a relatable accident, though.
Wait, he missed it? Oh my God. Wait, what?
Vanilla Sky.
Yeah, I was like, I'm melting.
Dude, I happened to me too. I was on the road.
Missed all the pitches.
I was with I was dating.
Yeah, missed them all. My manager dropped me.
No way.
No.
Well, he threatened to drop me, but he was like, "You're crazy. They flew you out first class, da da da." And I missed them all.
Tell him it was an accident, or like?
Yeah, of course. But he was like, "You fucked us."
That's such a relatable accident, though. Like that's not like you're just doing blow all night. You fucked up.
Tripoli.
My dad did that. He's 81, and he took by himself, and he took about
81.
Yeah, it took about. Now he's in a home, but 2 years ago.
Maybe Tripoli was trying to sabotage Mark Norman, so he wouldn't be more successful than him.
He took about 60 milligrams of THC because he thought it was CBD.
Yeah,
and I'm like, and he goes, I got stuck trying to take my hoodie off for 4 hours. I thought I was gonna die. And he's like, I watched Naked and Afraid is one of his favorite shows, so he just like played on repeat. He's like, I got to listen to a bunch of new episodes I hadn't seen, but he was like caught. And his phone, he couldn't call anybody. So he was like caught in his hoodie, freaking out high at 79, 80. I mean, like, that's terrifying.
He was naked and afraid.
Yeah.
By the end of it.
Geraldo used to always, I remember he had a great bit about doing all the drugs like later in life or something.
Oh, I love that bit.
Yeah, because it was something about when you're looking up at the hand of God, that's when you want to be doing all the drugs.
Right.
You want PTA meetings? That's when you want to be a little fucked up. God,
Geraldo I did all the drugs when I was younger.
Right.
You got to be,
Dude, I had a full-on panic attack. I didn't understand anxiety. I didn't. I have anxiety, but not like to that level where you're like having a panic attack.
You're gonna die. You think
I was like, I'm dying. It's fucking. I'm gonna die in a fucking Baltimore hotel room.
You can control your buzz with booze a little bit better.
Totally.
Right? I think that's also what's.
Well, yeah, we know what we're consuming.
Yeah.
And it feels like it ends when you're on edibles. You're like,
They don't know anything about it.
Even when I took that 2.5
They control themselves more with booze. You can. Oh, okay. Really, can you? So that's all the AA places. Which, by the way, who knows what those places are? But it seems like a lot of people got problems with the old alcohol. That seems to be doing the big problem.
Before the show last night, I was like, that's probably fine. But it was a new brand of gummy. So I was like, I don't know that I'm not going to go up on stage right now and start talking to Craig. Like, if I get inspired enough. Like,
you start heckling. Like, is that fucking Adam Ray?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Do something from The Office.
So, crazy question.
Yeah.
So you're doing this stand-up tour.
Yeah.
I assume you got a hot hour cooking.
Yeah.
And you've always been an improv guy, a character guy. Now you're full on 100% stand-up, selling out everywhere. Do you get people going, do this?
So funny, yeah.
Do that.
I mean, I've been doing, that's what's so funny. Even people that come out to shows.
Forever, though.
Bro, I've been
Yeah,
in stand for 20 years. Even during the Phil, this is why I probably also stopped doing Phil's, because I didn't want to just, if I was 3 years in and found Dr. Phil, you probably wouldn't have seen me again.
Dr.
Because I would have been
Phil.
like, I found something, bye-bye.
And it's a hit.
I'm going to die in the wood cap. But I'd say, I don't know, 3-4 years into stand-up, I was just like, yeah, I think I'm going to, the drug and the grind of it, obviously it hits you early, but I just was like, oh, I'm never going to not do this.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Phil thing, it was like it felt like a reward, honestly, because it was like so different. I just needed something else always, like just doing stand-up all the time, even though shows different cities,
variety.
whatever.
But that wouldn't have hit in 3 years, because the reason Phil worked to me is that you had the improv chops from the road.
I've been honing all my skills from podcasting and interviewing and doing a modeling and the crowd work and being comfy to go into a 5,000 seat theater and just walk through the crowd and fucking man on the street shit.
Totally.
Or sing stuff with a band or whatever. But no, I've been doing, so like we had like during March, I think it was like we had like 5 Phil shows on a weekend, which was too many. And then literally the next weekend, 5 shows like at the Philly Punchline. And then the next weekend, 4 more Phil shows. So every time there was a free weekend, it was stand-up. So every month would be like 3 or 4 Phils and then 3 weekends of stand-up. So there was but again, no one's making me doing it.
It was killing
So that's why I never complain. It's like nobody said you better fucking get.
But the moolah.
I mean, agents a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but you feel, and you also feel like I don't want to lose my fastball with stand-up either.
Sure.
So. That's exactly why. I didn't also want to go back to like any club and I wanted to feel like when I walked on stage, they're like, oh, cool, I'm still working on stuff, and this is first, and that thing is just like a fun thing that's in addition to. But I also didn't want people, people are going to think what they think, and people finding me doing.
Okay, now Adam Ray is his shoulder now is a bit further back, and it's not as close as it was before. He's been patted on the back 4 times. He's been swatted on the shoulder, backhanded by on the shoulder 3 times, and actually there was 2 misses. There were 2 misses. Let me change that. There were 2 misses in one. Well, maybe. Yeah, one was we'll give it to him. It almost kind of looked like an accidental one, but so that bumps up to 19. Now let's see if we can break 20 in the next couple minutes here.
doing stand-up through Phil or whatever is great, because however people come to your shows is awesome. But I didn't want to go to the clubs and have people being I didn't want to not have anything to be working on and not to be still looked at as a stand-up, because that's what I am first, you know. So I didn't want people, but also you can't control. There's some people who just go, oh yeah, the Dr. Phil thing. So, and you're still doing stand-up?
Yeah, you stand up. Yeah, like. What is that? This is Model Mark. This is his GQ. GQRS TUB. What you doing picking your nose in front of me?
It's like, obviously.
Yeah.
It's another gear.
But I don't take offense to that.
It's another gear.
It's just another gear. To me, it was always just like another...
But I think it's smart that you put it, because you're like, I don't want to only do
Yeah.
this.
And also we did for 2.5 years, like, and I don't know.
But it probably brought so many people who like, I mean, we talk
100%.
about this all the time, like with us. We're like, so many people are like, you guys have a podcast together?
I know.
They just know us from stand-up.
Wow.
Or vice versa.
Or vice versa, yeah. So it's like, yeah, you do other things too, but...
And it really, the coolest thing is that, like...
He's trying to make it so that he's not known for the podcast. He's like, you know how they know us for our stand-up. They don't even know that we're doing the podcast. No, they only know you from the podcast. They're like, wait, what? Sam Morello, you do stand-up? No. You? But you don't. But you look, and and you said before that no, you can't do stand-up. Sit down. Just take a seat in faith. Rest in faith. Like Redacted says.
You know, you just want like respect from your peers so much. And it's like being in LA and throwing so many darts, and then like, and you're just like, all right, you just gotta at some point go control what you can control, you know, just trying to get up all the time, right, and just keep pushing yourself creatively. And so to find the coolest part of it, obviously,
not a creative bone in you, buddy. Look at you. No, he's fine. He's fine. But just give me a reason. Just give me a reason, Adam.
see all the joy that hopefully that people found from it, and the fun, obviously. Like you guys both, thank God, you know, wanted to jam on it, which was just so fucking fun. But people that I've looked up to and am fans of, it was like something that I, you know, kind of did that put me on a level where people were like, oh, cool, like you did something that we think is funny and fun. Yeah. And that was like, because, you know, and another reason to hang that wasn't, I mean, like shortly after that, people that wanted me on their pods that maybe hadn't asked before. And it's like, it didn't feel like a too soon thing. It was like, yeah, I've been doing this 20 years. So like, oh, cool, I can pop into a Here or a Rogan or wherever and be comfy to chit chat because it's not like,
well, it's
too
fun
fast.
for us too because we get to do a different muscle to go on the show.
That, yeah, totally. Because I know I heard you and Joe.
All right, so I'm waiting for that last little tap here, and it looks like he's kind of wanting it too. Now, I mean, he went full compound bow on him, or is he trying to pull back like it's a bow, like he's about to hunt Adam? Is he holding a rifle, or is that a bow and arrow? Look, he's just like, oh. Like, what way would that be? Ah.
Joseph List talk about how, I guess terrifying. And I think on the first one Joe went on in Milwaukee, he was like, yeah, and Phil's just up there talking about this, and he said this, and he's like, and he said fucking, and then he said the N-word, and then I said the N-word, and I'm just like, I don't know what was happening,
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel, but he also, I guess in the moment it does feel nerve-wracking because it is a different muscle.
Well, we rely on our act, and then you're just like, so.
But you guys are also such good. Funny people are funny people, man.
I bombed
and you
on
wouldn't have
that
said yes
last
to it if you.
I get
could
nervous for sure. I was pounding some booze backstage in the show.
Yeah. You and Corolla.
He had me in a fucking headlock
at the end of the night.
Oh yeah, he was fucking tell me his life story. I was like, holy shit, we're fucked up.
I didn't realize how much Adam drank too.
Oh
we went to this little bar called Carry On in Arizona.
Yeah,
and it's.
Yeah, Adam Carolla was sloshed on Bill Maher, and that's why he didn't even stand up to greet him. He had already had a couple of drinks in him. And he's like, what's wrong with this world?
It's the fly bar, the plane bar.
Yes.
We got hijacked by these terrorists.
And we went there. They kind of held it open for us after the show, and we were there till maybe 3. And they just gave us everything. And Adam, I got there after a while after the meet and greet and everything. So I was like, oh, whoever's there will be there to say what's up to. But Sam was still there, and Adam and Art.
I couldn't leave. He had a hold on me. I walked by Ari Mahdi and who else? Someone else.
He's a strong guy.
And I walked by. They were like, what was that? I'm like, I was enjoying talking to him, but I was pretty fucked up.
Wow, you got to have the same hair.
Oh, he looks like my illegitimate father.
He does. He really does.
Do you think when your kids are older, like Mark, for you, do you think you'll?
Okay, well, it looks like we're just gonna have to sit at that old 19. All right, that is the Norman Nudge number of this session. So you got 19 in the first half. We might take a look at this again next time and see if we can maybe add a few points to the board. These are sports people, and they love talking numbers and names attached to these numbers and states and colors and stats. So we'll play our games. But we didn't break 20. I was hoping we could get to at least 20. But much like those early days, we're gonna stay at 19. Remember those 19 views? Woo, man, stroking me up. It was those humble beginnings. 19. But there you are. We got all you just sitting there. I really thought we were going to get a thigh. I really thought it. And I didn't quite logos it enough. You need to speak it into existence. So we'll come back, take a look at this. But we got some other stuff in the pipeline, and we'll get this Epstein stuff filed out. They'll be covering something else soon enough, but yeah, sometimes these comedy podcasts now are too much about the news. And we still got a Metzger and on deck. So maybe we'll take a look at that tomorrow. or maybe depending on what comes out, maybe one more day. But well, there you are. Well, that's a little bit of the. I wanted to introduce to you the Norman Nudge numbers, and the little game that we're able to play along with Mark Norman and Sam Morrell. Thank you once again for the subs and the likes and the views. We are a small growing channel, and all that really helps us grow. Our reach has gotten, it's gone up to the next level, and not quite ready for those eyes yet. Okay, don't need all those eyes on me. But I appreciate the time to explore these shows and find the nuances, the time in the middle. So little occurrences that happen in life, and they can be easily missed. But here we are, finding every single one of them. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But yeah, we got a deep one on this one. Actually, I haven't heard much about this, but we got 74K. So that one's doing pretty good. But thank you very much. Appreciate it. And you guys are great. You guys are smart and funny. So thank you very much for that, and because you guys make the show as well. So thank you. And we'll do this again. And until then, we'll see you again.